right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get you guys started because we are already a teensy bit behind. Just need a bit. Mort's said, Deuce Strom will be joining us in a bit.
That was a Freudian slip.
No, Freudian slip. No, the seeding lore is what I'm doing.
Is that what we call them now? Okay.
So
I am seeding law.
Exactly. A couple things before we do get started, though. If you know someone who wants to play a Geomeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting into a one-shot or joining the campaign waitlist. The last campaign waitlist spot filled up in 30 seconds, so you want to get on that as soon as possible in case the spot opens up. Those will be announced first over at Patreon, which is patreon.com/GMeric. We do a lot of announcements and sneak peeks over there, so go check that out. We also do GM tip videos and archives over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up. It makes me feel nice and gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling when you guys do hit that thumbs up on those. The clip contest is going on. So if you guys like a moment from a session, toss the clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel in Discord. You'll be automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. We did launch the new reference site over the holidays, and that's toyvoarpg.com. Go check that out. We've got hundreds of articles on there for you guys to go check out, and we unlocked another 200 or 300 on Friday. So go check that out. We also have on gmeric.com, we have the Sageos Edition t-shirt, the Punch Aimer in the Face pillow, and we have a Learn to Play session on January 26th. So if you guys have any friends or family who want to learn how to play D&D, send them that way. It's a super fun 3 to 4 hour session. We go through everything from character creation to learning how to role play, combat, whole 9 yards. We do a little adventure. It's a great time. Otherwise, guys, let's get you guys rolling because we've got a lot to cover today. A lot to cover. So, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, we are way out here in Shu, just north of Lostmoor, in the buried city of Akru, where you guys have come at the behest of a woman by the name of Zalfriora. You have come... Oh, the actors all moved because Mr. Dustrom has arrived. So let's go ahead and get them fixed here real quick. You guys have come here looking for a way to raise a sky island back into the air, as Zalfriora has set this as her goal. As such, you found your way to Lostmoor, a hidden town with refugees from Akru. After restocking there, you delved deep into the cave nearby and found the outskirts of Akru itself. You made your way to the outskirts and then to the Bounding Shard room, where you managed to collect a shard, that one of 3 that you will need in order to raise the Sky Island back into the air, or a Sky Island. From there, you decided to delve deeper into the city as opposed to leaving, and made your way into the Palace Wind District, where you discovered a disgusting little kobold by the name of Mordrax.
Not so bad.
And kobold is still out there. We don't know whether it's a dog or kobold.
Yeah.
Not a dog, it's a turbo.
Please continue, Eric.
After the Palace Wind District, you made your way into a slimy maze, fought a massive demon at the south gate of Akru proper. After that, you made your way through a crystal cavern where Breezy nearly impaled the party with shards from the ceiling, before finding a crystal sky ship belonging to the celestial Sorath. He warned you about a cave nearby that contained constructs and dangers that he could not get through. You guys had no major issues going through that cave and beyond to a narrow passageway. After the narrow passageway, you found the Spire of Leadership, centered in a lake of corruption, where you dealt with Orthrixon, former Lord of the Skies and still ruler of this sunken city. After a confrontation and a negotiation with the draconic being, you escaped to the Temple of Seshia, where you defended the temple against a variety of forces and waves of entities seeking to collect a crystal from inside. That's where we pick up as you guys have gotten done defending the temple and have been gifted a shard from the temple. We left you guys discussing your future plans and having taken a short rest.
We took a long rest.
A long rest? Okay.
Yeah, we did because I gave
You were
Deus
correct.
his dream. Yes.
Well, that means that you only have 16 hours before the timer on Generally ends.
I thought Seshia extended me out a little bit.
Yeah, I thought she did as well.
Well, I mean, okay, no. That's an in-character
She said 2 days. She said 2 days.
That's what she said.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is an in-character thing. Whatever happens, happens there. Jim will go, and he'll go up to Deuce after getting up. He's still holding the crystal, mind you. He's holding it basically like it's his child for whatever reason. And he goes, Deuce, I'm a Deuce, what, you know, I'm not sure what to call you here. Can I see your hat?
Of course. There's
Here we
the
go.
hat, and as he
Here it comes.
as well, he will also say, and for the record, if you would just like to continue to call me Deus, that is more than acceptable. I pass the hat over.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Lumia,
I'm probably
I
gonna
think
forget what your
is-
actual name is.
Probably wise to keep calling you Deus. Anyhow, she watches what you're gonna do with the hat, Jimmy.
Jimmy takes the hat in his offhand and kind of looks into it for a minute, and here we go. As he peers, he looks deep into it. He's almost shoving his face into the hat. Just my mic here. He goes, beneath the light and darkness cast, I shift between them, caught between their grasp. A foot in day, a step in night, caught in the balance, a hollowed out night. Darkness embrace, justice be done, the sinner be judged, the soul be undone. Blood stained and battered, judgment complete, embracing the dark, evil we meet. The sun it shines, the weak it protects, the light embraces, the darkness it wrecks, bringing forth life, shattering fear, reminding us all of what we hold dear. The light may flicker, but it fades, and shadows grow in tangled shades. As justice done, the darkness grows, protecting the weak, the light overflows. As I continue this course between light and dark, I look towards my path, the duty I mark. Forgiveness for my actions is not what I seek. O hat, I beseech thee, keep me angelique.
Ooh.
That was it. Can you?
Ooh.
It's a really long poem. Can you put it on
I will
the
put it on the
Discord?
Discord.
No, put it in
Yeah,
roll 20, please, so we have it in the log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Roll
Jimmy
here.
needs inspiration for that one.
Yeah,
Holy
we're going
He
to
shit.
really
give
does,
inspiration for that.
That's really good, man.
Post it in the general chat here.
Yeah.
I beseech thee, keep me angelique.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Keep me angelique.
Well,
Wow. All right. So, looking into the hat, generally, you see a shimmering of golden light inside there. Do you wish to pull whatever that is out?
He will grasp the hat in his teeth because he's not willing to put the crystal down and pull it out with his spare hand.
Okay.
Whatever it
As you pull out it's almost metaphysical. You don't really feel a object in your hand, but more of a burning energy. It doesn't hurt, but it's warm and fuzzy. It makes you feel comfortable. As you withdraw this ring of golden energy out, it shifts upwards towards your head, out of your hand, passing through the back of your hand, and you have gained a halo.
Oh, very nice.
Jimmy's slightly confused at this and almost a little scared. He's like, what's on my head?
What? Well, do you even notice you have a halo?
Everyone
Actually,
can
he probably
see a faint ring over Jimmerly's head that is emanating bright light out 10 feet.
Oh my.
Mr. Jimmy, what's on your head? Mr. Jimmy, you got the...
My hair's on my head.
No, it's above your head. It's like floating there. It sounds
He's like looking up, but since it's like attached to his head, he like tilts his head up and it goes backwards because he's like, what are you talking about?
I can see it. Can anybody else see that thing, or is it just me? Maybe I need to stop joking.
I don't have a mirror.
Maybe I need to stop drinking.
And then Lumia uses a minor illusion and then creates a reflection of like a paper reflection of Jimmy, but with a halo in his head. And he obviously doesn't move. It's still. It's like a still image.
Miss Rosa, don't you have one of those
it
tiny
looks like-
things that shows reflections or something like that?
Yeah, that's a mirror Mardrax. That's what Lumi was just talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah, that then.
I don't have one.
Does Miss Rosa have one? I thought Miss Rosa had one. She's always talking about how she's the cutest Maisie toy voice, so maybe she got one.
Well, Breezy has a crown, but right now it's not manifested. And she's kind of just sitting off by the side, watching all this impassively.
Tomo tries to reach out and grab the halo.
Okay. Jimmerly, will you allow the halo to be grabbed
From Tomo?
by Tomo?
Jimmy, go. Be careful with that. If it's there, I still can't actually see it, but being told it's there. You'd tell me the truth, wouldn't you, Tomo? Is it there?
Well, is it like physical? Does he actually grab a hold of it?
Yeah, as you reach out and try to reach for it, your hand passes through it the first time. Jimmerly, will you allow him to take it?
No. Jimmy
Then
wouldn't allow
you
it.
cannot take it.
He'd
So
see it was there. Like he's oddly possessive of it right now because he's still trying to understand what happened here.
So, is this a halo like a Sonic Gold Ring halo, or like a halo like the light glowing?
It's a
head
ring
halo?
over his head like a full-on anime character.
Okay, so
Lumia,
full on.
say, Jimmy, use the reflection on the crystal in your hands. You should be able to see it.
Jimmy does that. He kind of holds the crystal up.
You
in
can
front
see
of
it
his face.
easily.
Wow, that's really pretty.
Deus will walk up behind Jimmerly with his wand of detect magic, and kind of like a TSA security, just scan the halo around his head with the wand of detect magic.
Spread your legs. Let's do it.
Turn your head across.
Arms out. I think we will find out soon.
Jimmy was going or Mordrax is gonna come running up to Jimmy and then like kind of climb up on his shoulder and attempt to grab, but more so to like chomp on the halo because he's now beginning to question if it's there or not.
Okay.
Can I eat this? What is this?
No, you can't eat that.
What? Why? It's
I mean, you don't eat shiny things.
Yes, I do. Well,
No, you-
not all the times.
Okay. I'm starting to think whoever called you a dog was wrong. You're actually a fish.
What? I'm not fish. I'm a cardboard.
Yeah.
That act like a kobold. Stop trying to eat everything.
Well,
Maybe that's what kobolds do. Never mind. Could be wrong there.
I mean, you're probably right. And Lumia looks at Mordrax, kind of pondering his genus.
I bet it tastes good. Okay, fine. And he'll just climb down.
I mean, Deuce couldn't even touch it, so I'm not sure how good it tastes.
looks like it's there to stay.
I think so. I wonder. I mean,
Sounds like
this
food.
hat is, well,
Oh, there
a
you
powerful
go.
thing.
Go and take that, Jimmy.
Take that.
I have this position.
The Angelique part, to be fair, when I wrote that was the only way I could get it to rhyme and get it to mean kind of how I meant. So, that's how we got
The
there.
halo of justice.
So, Mordrax would
Oh,
like to
that's what
have
Eric was doing.
Yeah, Eric was creating an item. Yeah.
Mordrax would like to have a couple questions to Sessia before we leave the temple. If
Sure.
anybody has any objections.
We'll kind of follow you over there if you're going over to ask questions.
Yep.
Awesome. So, as you walk over to the avatar of Sessia, she looks down at you. Yes, child.
Miss Sasha, so I want to thank you for helping Mr. Jimmy and then letting us take your crystal. But I do have some questions for you, if it's okay.
Ask, child.
Okay. So for one, are you gonna be okay in here without the crystal? I thought the crystal was supposed to help you, or something like that.
I will move on. My time here is ended. Now that you remember me, I will pass to a new place.
So I'm not gonna be able to come back here and talk to you?
You can return. As long as you remember me.
Oh, okay. So is there any way we could help? I mean, you said before that people forgot about you and this and that. Is there a way I could help other people remember you from, I don't know, maybe people that forgot or something? I don't know how that works.
The avatar is going to get down on one knee and get within 5 feet of your head.
Mordrax is definitely like leaning back like, oh shit.
Child, tell others of me. Tell them of my children. Tell them of Thuplums, Hana, and Lingle. Tell them of Sessia, and what you have done here will allow them to remember who I am. That will help me more than anything else. You are very kind, little Mordrax, and I am
Thank you.
thankful.
But thank you. I mean, I feel bad that we're taking your crystal, but I thank you for letting us have it. Mr. Jimmy
You
really
were
seems
not
to like that.
taking it, you were given it. And that is the difference.
Okay. I do appreciate that. And I know Mr. Jimmy does, because he's holding on to that thing like it's yesterday's tasties. I mean, but can you... I don't know how to ask. What is it? I know it makes me big, and it make all the rest of us big when we was fighting the nasties, but I mean, what does it do? I mean, Mr. Jimmy likes it, but...
She
Mr.
smiles
Jimmy,
at you. Child, I will tell you. This shard was the core of this temple within this city of Akru. While you have it, your vision, should you be able to see in the dark, is improved. You have the ability to tap into the magic of this temple to gain temporary benefits in the form of size, health, and even against effects that would move you against your will.
That's why Mr. Jimmy likes it. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh my.
Jimmy goes, I have no idea what this thing does. I'm just holding on to it. I just like to hold it. It feels nice.
Gotta treat you.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Sasha. That's all I had to ask. I just want to thank you and hope you don't get forgotten anymore. And I will do my best to try to help remember people to think about you. As we, well, maybe I'll finally meet some more people besides these guys that aren't such shitheads. But I try to remember them, or try to help them remember you. That.
Thank you, you little Mordrax. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And he'll turn around and start walking back to Mr. Jimmy. Mr. Jimmy,
Yes, more drags.
hey, so that thing, that crystal Mrs. gave you,
Uh-huh.
so, did you hear what she said it does?
I was a little distracted there. Something about, helps you see in the dark.
Yeah, so, it lets you see in the dark, and, it gets all the same effects that I wrote, like when we were in in Sessia's house, and then something about making you not be able to, you don't have to move if you don't want to, and, anyhow, I just, shit, so, that's, I guess you know. You probably heard more than I did, anyhow.
Jimarelli leans up. How tall is Mordrax?
2'6".
Okay, so it's about the same size. About just as tall as Jimmy. He's actually 2 inches shorter. Jimmy reaches up and pats Mordrax on the head and goes, "You're a good fish, Mordrax."
I'm not a damn fish. Just because I try to be nice. Just taste of something and you just tell me.
He's gonna walk off grumbling.
Jimmy starts laughing and he'll reach into his bag. Be like, "Come here, Mordrax."
Okay. What is it, Mr. Jimmy?
Jimmy will hand Mordrax a ration. Be like, "Have some tasties."
Taste it.
And he'll just start devouring into the rations.
Does Mordrax unwrap the rations?
Hell no, he just said it was tasty. There's shit flying everywhere at this point.
Straight through that crunchy paper and
Oh,
right
yeah.
in. It's just extra layer skin. It's like eating a banana with the peel on.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
every bit of it.
Nom nom. Nom.
Enjoy that lemon.
I like lemons, but
Yes, but do you bite in through the rind?
it depends how much I've been drinking.
My brother used to do that, and I'm like, dude.
What a lunatic.
Yes. He's not wrong.
I'm not disagreeing.
That was his dumb party trick, was he'd take a lemon and just take a bite out of it. Exactly, that's an appropriate response.
So after Mordrax is done talking with Seshia, Tomo will just kind of like look down at him and grin as he walks away, and then look back towards Seshia, and he'll say, "Seshia, before we leave, I just wanted to say that as a student of the Yokazi way, I find myself fairly in tune with the world, at least the world on the surface. And being down here, or I don't know, I guess it's been a week or so, has left me feeling quite out of place. So I can't imagine how it might feel to someone such as yourself, a goddess of nature, to be sequestered away down here so long."
It feels lonely, but I am who I am. I know who I am, and I do not require the pleasure of others for my happiness. That is the truth of who we are. Know who you are. Be happy in yourself. When rely not on others for your happiness, and you will find true happiness there. Do I wish to have more worshipers? Of course. But only so that I can affect their lives in meaningful and beneficial ways. Not for myself, but rather as an outpouring into their lives. Do you understand?
I do. That is an admirable philosophy. We must do what we can to help others.
Indeed. You have a good heart, Tomo.
Tomo kind of nods. Thank you. But I wonder, Seshia, you remember what it was like to fly through the air on the island?
Yes. Although I did not do it often.
You remember what it was like to be in the eyes of Anwa?
She smiles. Anwa and I have a tumultuous relationship. For when she dances, I surge. When she retreats, so do I. Our dances are the tides, Tomo. We are not to be meddled with, but we are in the throes of passion.
That is very interesting. We'll remember you when I am once again in the eyes of Anwa. But before you go to wherever you need to go, I wanted to give this to you. And Tomo takes out a scroll from his backpack, and it's the painting that he did of the two mountains with moons that he titled In the Eyes of Anwa.
She looks at it. Thank you for this gift, but I have no place to place it in a position of honor. I accept your gift as an emotion, a feeling, and a memory of which you have had. I ask you to keep it on my behalf and to share it with someone else who may display it in a position of prominence, where it will be seen by others who can appreciate such artwork.
Tomo nods. He says, "You honor me by carrying it with you as a memory. I will do as you ask."
She nods, and you feel a rush of wind swirl around you for a moment as nature approves. The little whistles on your hat, for the first time in a while, give off just a little bit of a cheerful song that you haven't heard in a very, very long time.
Tomo smiles and he says, "We'll remember you." He turns to leave.
Mordrax comes running up, sliding sideways for just a second there, and he goes,
Oh yeah, Miss Session, I forgot. I got one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Yes, child.
Do you lay eggs?
No, child, I do not lay eggs.
Okay, thank you.
and he's going to scamper back off.
He is a humorous little thing, is he not?
He sure
He
is.
is.
Be cautious
Brought a
with
lot
him.
of levity to the gravity of being down here.
He has a tendency to eat all, not all of my gifts that I have given to Toivoa are edible. He should be cautious.
Yeah, no, I've been worried about that.
Lomi mumbles, maybe there must be a way for us to reinforce his stomach. Somehow. She says that to herself, but low enough that maybe somebody next door could hear it.
I heard about some maneuver you can do to help with things like that. Maybe. I'm not really a doctor.
Lomi looks at you, it's like, yeah, sure. And she just stopped looking at Mordrax with like this analytical look. It's like pondering about his form.
Mordrax is side-eyeing Lumi, going, thinking to himself like,
She's not gonna eat me. I don't know. I've seen that look before.
No, she's saying you shouldn't be eating dumb things.
I don't eat dumb things. I eat tasties.
I mean, tasty things can kill you, Mordrax.
What you should at least, Mordrax, you should at least let Rizzy or Dales, one of them, to kind of look at the food first before you gobble it up. make sure he's, well, good for you.
Mm. Okay, I think about it. I try. That's all I can do. That's all I can try. I mean, if it, damn it. All right, fine.
Maybe we might want to consider preparing a bunch of extra magic of protection of Mordrax against Mordrax. That's a spell I just made up. I'm gonna start designing it.
Protection against Mordrax, but the material component is Mordrax. So
Exactly.
you can only cast it on Mordrax.
Mm-hmm. The goal of the spell will prevent one negative effect from something he decides to eat.
That might actually be pretty decent.
Before we leave, Deus will kind of signal to everyone. My friends, before we depart, I have some insight from my tome, and he'll look over towards Lumi and Jimmy. If I'm correct, this is the first time some of you are named by name. And he will open his book and just begin to read. The night in Seshia's temple was the first real rest I've had in what felt like years.
Before we continue after that, for the record, he's had this for a month and a half.
Yeah, I've had this for a while. Where was I? I feel like years, though it had only been weeks since our descent into Akro. The air within the sanctuary was warm, humid, and alive, a sharp contrast to the cold despair of the city outside. For the first time since this wretched journey began, I laid down my weapon, without fears that something might crawl out of the shadows to drag us into oblivion. The pool's waters had washed away more than just the filth from our bodies. It had lifted a weight from our souls. I just lost myself. When I woke, I felt renewed. Not healed, not whole, but better. The others stood around me, murmuring about vivid dreams of open fields, calm seas, and the whispering voice of Seshia herself. Whether the dreams were divine or simply the product of our exhaustion, none of us could say. But as we gathered our things and stepped out into the gloom of Akro once more, the crushing despair seemed lighter. The corrupted stench that greeted us felt less hostile. The distant moans and crashes of the ruined city less oppressive. That feeling did not last long. We arrived at the Dune Street Market by midday, or what passed for it in this eternal twilight. The air was heavy with dampness, and every step squelched on the sodden, rotten cobblestones beneath our boots. Stalls lined the marketplace, crooked and sagging under the weight of decay. Their once bright banners now tattered and dripping with black ichor. But the market was not abandoned, far from it. Half-mechanized fiends prowled the area, their bodies an unnatural melding of flesh, steel, and infernal energy. Devils with glowing, cracked skin lounged behind their makeshift stalls, their twisted forms adorned with the scraps of gold and jewelry that gleamed even in murky light. Their eyes followed us hungrily, though none moved to attack. This was not a place of battle. It was a place of bargains, of whispered deals and poisoned promises. One fiend, its body a grotesque patchwork of gears and sinew, called out to us as we passed. "You there, fresh from the temple, are you? Clean souls fetch a high price in these parts. Perhaps you'd care to trade it for something more useful." Its voice was a wet rasp, accompanied by the grating of poorly fitted metal joints. We ignored it, but its laughter followed us like a shadow. Another stall was run by a hunched devil, whose face was obscured by a hood made of chain links. It held up a blade that seemed to ripple like silver, liquid silver. A weapon forged in the fires of fallen stars. Yours for a secret you've never told anyone. Deus will then look up at Luminastra and then continue to read. One of my companions, Luminastra, lingered for a moment too long, her gaze fixed on the blade. I grabbed her arm and pulled her away. Not here, I muttered. Not now. The deeper we ventured into the market, the worse it became. The stalls gave way to more grotesque sight cages holding twisted humanoid shapes that writhed and moaned, their forms barely recognizable as once living beings. Fires burned in iron braziers, their smoke and acrid greens that clung to the air like a curse. Everywhere there was noise, the clinking of chains, the grinding of gears, the low murmur of deals being struck, and the occasional scream of someone who had traded away far too much. South of the market, the sound of hammers and roaring furnaces grew louder, the air thickening with ash and heat. The iron-lit foundry loomed ahead, a sprawling structure of dark iron and stone, belching black smoke into the poisoned sky. Its chimneys reached impossibly high, like jagged fingers grasping at the heavens, and the glow of molten metal spilled from its many windows and cracks. The foundry's gates were guarded by hulking constructs, their bodies gleaming with infernal craftsmanship, each one carrying a massive hammer that crackled with green lightning. They stood silent and still as we approached, but their glowing eyes tracked our every move. As we prepared to enter, I cast one last glance back at the market, its twisted denizens watching us with a mixture of amusement and hunger. This was Akro, one step forward, 2 steps deeper into hell. But the temple's light still lingered within me, a faint spark against the darkness, and for now, that was enough. He's gonna look a bit Jim Rolly now, as he reaches this next part. Jim Rolly took a deep breath, placed his hands on the iron doors and pushed. That was our first mistake, for we forgot about the crystal lock. The magically trapped doors incinerated him, leaving only a faintly glowing cinder behind. Before we could act, the cinder faded, and our friend was no more. Deus will then close the book, look up. So, we know what lies ahead. We know what precautions to take and what to expect. Take it with a grain of salt. At least we have some forewarning.
We have forewarning, but we don't have the key to the code to get into the factory.
Unfortunately, I have not discovered that yet.
He did say something about a crystal. Maybe it's that thing the Masashi gave you.
Perhaps it could act as a conduit to unlock the door safely. If it could power a temple. But we are not certain.
Well, I guess I don't have to push the door open. Although, I mean, I would have thought it was locked because, you know, the we were told before it needs a code.
Perhaps things have changed.
Maybe the crystal is a code.
I don't think the Forge and Sessia really go together. They're like peanut butter and raw fish.
That sounds pretty tasty, though. I mean,
Jimmy just looks at Warjax for a minute, and he goes, someone else needs to explain this to him.
Has Mordrax ever eaten peanut butter?
Sure.
He doesn't need to have eaten it to know that it sounds tasty. And there we go.
Yeah, peanut and butter. Sure, yeah. There we go. You can put 2 and 2 together. and the raw fish. Yeah, from the pools of the nastiness. Yeah.
Well, come on, guys. We have all had sushi that had peanuts on it.
That's true.
But not in a sandwich. And I don't really eat sushi because I'm not a big fish person. But you see the point.
Yeah.
But Jimmy doesn't know that. And Jimmy thinks it sounds disgusting.
That's valid.
So, so where do we go from here? I mean, anybody know?
It sounds like we go to the market.
I believe the market
Yeah.
would be our best bet.
Well,
Which way is the
the,
market?
the market was, we'd have to backtrack. I mean, Eric, can you go back to the map,
Of
please?
course we can go back to the map. Absolutely we can.
I believe the market is
Right
right.
here.
No, that's the old market. The center market is this one here.
Oh,
This is
okay,
a
never
big market trading hall. Done
We are here.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
we are
lie.
here.
When I first saw Jimmy Dean on Ireland, and I read it as Jimmy Death.
Yeah, well, we're actually in this building here. This is the building we are in. We're really close to the trading marketplace.
We're gonna
South
have
from
to-
there
We're
should
gonna have
be
to
the
head
boundary.
south from the market, yeah.
Yeah, and finally,
So I'm not trying to foretell my own character's death. I actually like this character.
we will march with haste.
He's growing on me a bit.
Indeed.
I mean, yes, there is a fungus growing on him essentially.
Just because Mordrak slapped it on you.
I'll give you. I'll drop the crazy eyes. Jim Rowley will go up to Sessia and he will go. He goes, "Thank you for everything. I'm not used to." He looks up. He's like, his neck just like cranes as far back as it can go, like trying to look up at her. I'm not used to large women being nice to me, and I'm not quite entirely sure how to process it.
Me too, brother.
Not all who are large are evil, little one.
I didn't even say evil per se. They just, they treat me pretty badly.
I hope that we have provided a different perspective.
Well, I'm not running away or trying to hit you with my hammer. So, but I'd say you did a good job.
She nods. Go carefully, for the stories your friend have told should be taken as a caution. Find the keys in the market, perhaps. It is likely that the fiends there know more than they let on.
That's not surprising given the other fiends we've come across. Hold on, that god thing that was attacking here, was that actually a god? Were they outside? Do you know if they were afraid of that creature or anything?
I am uncertain, as I have not ventured from the temple in many years. But
Oh,
many
right.
things can be worshipped and gain powers of demigodness simply by being considered important.
I'm trying to use that to my advantage here if those fiends decide to give trouble. If I tell them that we crushed their demigod, they might decide to not trouble us so much.
Perhaps.
Should we take something from his body for proof?
I mean, did you not already do that, Mardrax, or did you eat it already?
Well, I took the Hydra heart, but I mean, I can go back in there and take something from him.
We probably should just double check. Never hurts.
I'll go back in there.
Well, what should I take from him? I don't know. What do you think?
Teeth, perhaps?
So he had a bunch of creepy eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I don't think I crushed all of them, so.
So Mordrak will go back into the corpse of that giant creature with all this squishy arms and snatch one of the eyeballs out of it.
Sure. Not a problem.
Okay, I got this one.
And he's just gonna be like, I'm assuming like the size of a softball in his hand kind of thing.
Cool.
Throw it in his bag.
Well, while Mordrax was doing that, Eric, I just don't want to miss the chance to do it since it's a new day. Can I just quickly do an enchanting check using the
Sure.
last core on the
Of
dagger
course.
to try to increase the thing? She will cast guidance on herself.
Okay.
I will do. There you go, guidance, and then I will roll the Arcana check.
Okay.
It's with 1d4, isn't it? There we go.
Just so you know as well, Eric, I rolled it
Ooh.
into D20, but I managed to pull myself 3 luck points.
Okay. Awesome.
I rolled a crit.
Nice. A
Nice.
28.
Yeah. So she used the last of core. We don't have any more of those. On the dagger of tremor sense that she was trying to make.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
Um,
you're able to make a dagger of tremor sense that goes out to 10 feet.
Oh my, that's pretty cool.
And I will go ahead and get that built up for you.
Thank you.
It's
very much,
20
Eric.
points for that, right? Isn't that what we established?
Yep.
20 points. Okay. Well, not.
Super
It doesn't take my modifier, does it? 26.
So you're up at 46.
No, don't take a modifier, just the roll.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, just a roll. So I'm 46.
Mhm.
I am going to fluff this as the practice she got while actually fighting. But I'm going to do the roll. So hold on. Where's?
Oh yeah, of course. So you were actually fighting with your sword as well. So
Yeah,
that
she
makes sense.
yeah. Though she might be less eager now.
Hey.
So she rolled an 8. Well, she rolled 20.
Awesome. So
Yeah, sure.
go ahead and
Very nice.
add that to your training for your
Well,
proficiency.
she's proficient now.
Yep.
And
Oh,
That
shit.
gives her-
yeah,
Go ahead and add that
and
to your
Harry,
proficiency.
yeah. So I've been meaning to. Ever since we leveled up, like she has a feat slot, and I've been meaning to draft up like some sort of like education feat or something like that. But I just haven't gotten around to it. But I will get to that sometime this week. Because I've been running around with an empty feat slot. But yeah. So anyways, weapons, short swords.
So while they're doing that, Mordrax will walk up to Deus because he considers Deus like the smart guy in the group because he's always opening up that book. And he goes up to him and he says, "Mr. Deus, can you do me a favor?"
Yes, we'll look down. Yes, Modrix, what can I do for you?
He's gonna pull out the Hydra heart and show it to him and be like, "Can you tell me, does this thing have some kind of magical stuff to it? Because I kind of want to, like I make the brain creams, and I want to see if I can make some kind of something like that I can put in a bottle or something, and for us. But I gotta know what it does first."
Gingerly, Deus will take this heart from Mordrax. Well, I could certainly try to identify it, see if there is any magic attached to it. I see what I can do. And I will just hold the heart and cast Identify as a ritual.
And this is the Hydra heart that we're identifying?
Yes.
I believe that should be correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me pull that up here because I have that. 1 second. I just...
Thank you for the dagger, Eric.
Yep. Just taking care of things here. So here is the... This can be distilled, and when this gets distilled, it would come out as a rejuvenation potion, which looks like that.
Ooh. That is
Okay.
good. Okay.
That is really good, yeah.
Okay. I will, after
Holy.
receiving the information, I will look kind of eyes wide, a little shocked at capability of this thing. Well, actually, this could be quite useful if we can take it apart and distill it into a brew or potion of sorts. It would not only allow one to restore some of their health, but anyone who is capable of magic could regain some of their spells just from drinking it. He's kind of just like stuttering because he's just kind of he's baffled that this Hydra Heart is just like, oh my god. And he will start to give it back to Mordrax, but he'll pull it back. I will give this back to you. But you cannot eat this. Not yet.
Okay. Well, Mr. Jimmy said I should talk to you or Blizzard before eating anything. And you said don't eat it, so I won't eat it. But, so, I can make a potion from it?
Potentially, if you could figure out a way to distill the essence of the hydrones and magic within the individual creature, it would result in a very potent potion.
Hmm.
But it would take great skill and great amount of care to make sure it is done correctly.
So, out of character, Eric, is that the herbalism skills that I already have, or do I need to have
This
a
would be
different skill
alchemy.
set? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just check.
Herbalism is collecting herbs and stuff. Alchemy is distilling potions.
Well, the reason I was asking, because if you look up on the in the player's
Yeah,
handbook,
I know, and it
herbalism
doesn't make sense.
that's why I was asking.
Yeah. There's an alchemist kit as well, but
Yep.
yeah, it doesn't make sense that herbalism would grant you the ability to make all potions.
No, it's cool. I understand. That's why I was asking.
Yep.
What's the name of that creature we killed so I can add the eyeball to my inventory?
You put
Just go ahead and
behind?
put demigod of Akru.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
demigod.
Got it. Puny demigod.
Godslayer Jim Rowley.
Because you guys honestly don't know much about it.
Except that it's dead.
That's
Wow.
true.
Well, that the current being that it was is dead. Not that necessarily it is dead, but you know.
All right. That's all I had.
And Deus will give the heart back to Mordrax and just for letting go. Remember, do not eat it yet. Let go.
Okay. I will do it. We gotta find something. I don't know how to make this with this stuff though. I can make the healing creams and stuff, but I don't know how to do this. So maybe you can help me find something down as we move and go. I don't know. Maybe.
Perhaps as we traverse the marketplace, we could come across potential materials. Let us see what we can do.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Of course.
Dils,
Yeah, well,
there has been a few days since we last reported to Zalfriora. I think, should we... Are you able to send her another message?
Did I update my spells last session? I did, and I have sending. Okay.
I
Yes,
don't
I
wish to
think.
deplete your spell casting if we're going to find any resistance in the trading quarters, but I just, keen to let Zalfriora know that we are, still alive.
Yeah.
At least
Okay.
we're still alive.
Lumi nods at you.
Oh, come on. Oh, the spells are just being buggy.
Definitely not dead yet.
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 There we go.
Well, there was this one time with Miss Weasel.
I will cast sending.
Okay.
To Zalfiora.
Okay.
Just for that. Deus will say, It's Deus Strom. We have delved deeper into Akro, faced Orthrixian 11, taken refuge with Seshia.
Oh, I got a full staff.
We are now heading to the Forge. We'll contact again. Send.
You'll receive a message back from Zalfriora. For some reason, she's out of focus. What the heck?
There it goes. Okay.
There's a little bit of static in the message.
Yeah.
Not coming through clear, you
There
know.
we go.
Yeah.
It's god awful.
Just
Yeah,
zoom out and
we
back
gotta
in.
get
It'll
more eyes
fix
over
it.
here, man.
Old school dial up.
Yeah, it's like a payphone, man. Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah, just zoom out and back in. The message reads, "Thank you. Doji and I await with anticipation. Be safe. And we will see you when you find us, or we will meet at a place of your choosing."
Okay. Dave will then look up. They are glad that we are still well. They are waiting. They are waiting patiently for us to finish our journey here. They look forward to hearing a full report. And once we are finished, they said they are willing to meet at a location of our choosing. So we have some comfort in knowing that people are waiting for us.
Thank you. Lumia looks around and just like, shall we?
If everyone is ready, I believe it is time.
So as they're going to be walking and talking, Eric, as
Yeah.
they're moving forward, this is just like while we're moving kind of thing. Mordrax is going to walk up to Lumi and strike up a conversation.
Miss Lumi?
She she's not flying just above you, and she kind of flies a little bit down to kind of to get close to you and say, "Yes, Drax, what is it?"
Sir, I was wondering, you seem like you're kind of smartest when it comes to the, I don't know, the gods and other like things. But
Yes.
Well,
If you think so.
Sasha, yeah, well, you're definitely smarter than I am. But
Smart comes in different shapes and sizes, my dear. I wouldn't diminish your value.
Okay. But I was wondering, could you maybe help me understand what Miss Sasha said about remembering people, helping remember her and her kids? What do
you?
are there so?
I think I can. Imagine, it's like stories. Gods are like stories. Stories only exist as long as they passed between people. Stories by itself, they hold no power if they're not told. Gods are the same thing. So if Sasha becomes more prominent in a world, the more that people talk about her. So her wish for you to remember her and tell everyone or tell new people you meet about her, it will ensure that she remains in our world with us and grows stronger, and her influence becomes more permanent.
So, I
Does that
mean,
make sense?
yeah, it does. But so you I grew up down here in Aku, and I don't know all the things outside. Um, you guys obviously came from not down here in Aku. Um,
Yes.
in the outside is are there people or something like that actually that that help people tell the stories of these gods? Like,
Yes, there is. Um,
what-
she looks around the group and looks at you, and there are those who, like the storytellers. They ensure the stories of the gods are recounted and told, and then no one that their memories are not forgotten. Those are usually called clerics, or I think the word you want to look for is faith. They ensure that faith grows and within every being that gets touched by those memories,
Hmm.
and that feeds the god, keeps them alive in everyone's heart. They call they in the surface they're called, yes, well, priests or clerics. There's their role. They're the storytellers or the gods, keeping them them alive in the hearts of the people.
Mm. Okay. See, I knew you were the right person to talk to about this.
Well, I just hope it makes sense for you. And if there's anything you don't understand, um, I can try my best to help you. I can try my best to help you.
Well, thank you. You help me a lot because I don't know all the things. You guys teach me a lot. I mean, especially Mr. Jimmy said, "Don't eat shit." But
Lomi giggles at that. I know. He only has you the utmost care for you. He wants to ensure that your tummy doesn't rumble too much and you
yeah,
feel any pains.
that's definitely not good when that happens. But okay,
No, I don't believe so.
it's okay when other people do it though.
She giggles at you. She's like bonding with you, Modrax. She's like, I know. Imagine if she looks around. Imagine how big Thomas would be. And she quietly tells you.
Oh my goodness, but wait, we don't want Mr. Tomer to get sick. But I mean, yeah,
No, of course not. No, and she's like, stop. No, of course not. But it would be funny.
Yeah, it will be fun.
So
Um,
yeah, that's our walk and talk conversation.
Yeah, but
yeah.
when the rest of the party leaves, Breezy just said, hold on, I'll catch up real fast as they walk out of the temple.
Yeah.
She's gonna turn to Sesha and just say, "Do you mind if I ask you a question?" After everyone walks out.
I do not mind, child. What is your
What
question?
What happens when people die?
She looks down at you. When one dies, they return.
No,
But
you're a nature god. I get it, but not the body. Like not returning to the soil and recycling and all that. No, I mean their mind. What happens to them?
she looks down at you and looks
And
at the people who are walking away from the temple.
well, yeah, she Breezy like points to some of the like the cultist corpses, like the ones that like were actually like kind of like people.
Right?
Yeah, and it's like yeah,
She
like
looks down at you, looks at the corpses, looks at your retreating friends in the distance, and whispers to you, "What happens to them?" is not what will happen to you when you die. Be cautious, little one, for your fate differs from theirs.
Her face goes pale as basically a god just confirms what she was already suspecting. She takes a shaky breath and she picks up the piece of the staff of the python, and she just nods and she's gonna run away. She runs out of the temple.
Before you are able to run, and just as you're about to turn, she whispers, exactly like the staff.
And she's she's sprinting out of that temple.
That conversation you and I had on chat, it's even more deep.
Oh yeah, that's
My heart.
I picture Breezy come like a track star coming running right through all of us.
She catches up and I mean, she's been looking real shaken, but she's already a pretty pale person, but yeah, she's white as a ghost. She's just like,
That's because she doesn't get out.
we have been underground for like a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's right. Well, so we gotta head to this market, right, and find the keys.
You see
we have-
Lumi and
and we have to
Mordrax
do it in-
finish a conversation. It's
We
like,
have to do it in
yeah.
16 hours, okay? And then we can get into the forge and we can save Jimmy. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's go.
So,
Indeed.
you guys
Yep.
head off away from the Temple of Seshia, leaving the divine structure behind. The camera.
Yeah, sorry. Lumi would have just picked up a pebble outside of the temple.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway,
The
The
camera inside the temple watches as the avatar of Seshia steps backwards into the wall and becomes nothing more than a relief sculpture in an abandoned structure. As you make your way forward, the air shifts as you approach the edge of Dunn Street. A heavy, cloying dampness settling around you like an unwelcome embrace. The once proud district of Akru lies in ruin, its cobbled streets cracked and overrun with the fetid pools of stagnant water. Overhead, fractured crystalline lanterns flicker weakly, casting jagged shards of light and shadow that seem to dance across the broken facades of the shops. A chorus of hissing steam and clanking metal fills the air, punctuated by guttural voices bartering and shouting in tongues both familiar and alien. Dunn Street is alive. Though not with the vibrant commerce it once knew, it is now a den of twisted deals, shadowy merchants, and infernal wares. To your left as you walk in, a rusted stall groans under the weight of cursed trinkets and bizarre mechanisms. The vendor, a three-eyed fiend, stands there and is crooning promises of power at a price. He looks at you. Do you want something? Come forward. Travelers, welcome, welcome. Surely you've noticed how heavy your purses have grown in your arduous journey through Akru. Allow me to lighten that burden with my impeccable currency exchange. After all, currency from beyond won't do you any good further in Dunn Street. Or perhaps you find yourselves a bit short on funds. No problem. A simple loan with only a sliver of your future as collateral, and you'll leave richer than your wildest dreams. Trust me, nothing's as trustworthy as a deal with old Rithak.
Mordrax would immediately look up at Mr. Deus. Mr. Deus, I don't trust this guy.
Lumia's insight. It's like, oh, he sounds like a nice guy.
Yeah, I'll do that too, because Mordrax totally doesn't.
Yeah, Deus will just maintain eye contact with this guy, but respond to Mordrax. Neither do I.
I do love that whenever Lumi is told a
I know.
blatant lie, she believes it according to the dice.
I know.
like an obvious lie. She
so
fails her
annoying.
insight checks consistently.
I know.
And she
And
doesn't
he
even have
doesn't.
that kind of roll either.
Yeah, I know.
He's looking at you all. Loans, exchanges of currency. I'm sure that we can come to some sort of arrangements.
Does he actually have any wares or anything like that?
You look at his shop, and it's got currencies from a variety of countries, and he's got a variety of baubles as well. But you look around, and from here you can see 6 other merchant shops that are easily recognizable.
Okay. She'll talk to Vithrak and just ask him, does anyone here have I'm sorry, magic ink and paper?
Sure, someone does, yes, but you won't be able to buy it with whatever you have.
Gold?
Gold?
I think you mentioned future potential. Is that the currency?
Yes. Absolutely, little fairy. I haven't seen someone as delightfully cute and beautiful as you since this little one. Isn't she so cute? She seems like she'd be the cutest mage in all of Toivoa.
Lumi nods. Yeah, I don't disagree. She is indeed a cutie.
Yes, if you wish to trade future potential for currency here in Dun Street, I can provide.
Wish is such a strong word. Lumi says, just
What about a desire?
what are your words?
Oh, money informs that the rest of my associates would accept.
Ah. Interesting.
Yeah,
And she like, it's like a fair. Sounds like we have to buy tickets to be able to trade with the other traders.
We have to buy the in-game currency. Shit. The demons have set up the ultimate evil lair, a gotcha game.
Sir,
Deus will.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
record,
Infernal.
that's what someone told me that I was doing when I revealed this to my playtest. They're like, "You've set up a gotcha game." I'm like, "Yeah, well."
God damn it! I mean, if I want that character.
Well, we can do that. It just requires a bit of your future potential. It's not that
well,
bad. Perhaps you won't even achieve it.
Anyone's potential? Does it have to be mine?
For you to receive it, yes.
Oh.
Congrats, your max level is now 19. You will never reach 20.
Oh my god!
That's exactly what he's saying.
Oh shit.
Oh my!
I kind of figured.
Deus in Inferno will say to him, "You deal in memories and souls, don't you?"
I deal in many things.
Well,
What do you have to
Zelda
trade?
here would as well.
And you look familiar.
He gets it a lot.
Lumi coughs to try to get his attention to her. And what is the currencies that you have?
Roll a persuasion check because you got to distract him from paying attention to Deuce.
Persuasion, perception. Where's persuasion? There we go. Persuasion. Critical.
All right,
Damn.
he turns to you, forgetting completely about Do Strong.
All right, she gets in the way and just like, oh, well, no, please tell me more about the currencies that you have. Is there any difference between them? And she's like distracted, like properly distracting him. She does not want this guy to recognize.
Here's sprockets, resistors, transistors. Things that will allow you to send a spark through a friend. Both
Oh.
good and ill. And all the connotations therein. You want to make someone jump for joy? We have that. You want to give someone a thrill of pleasure? It can be done. You want to trade for anything here? You simply need what I've got.
That's interesting. Lumi turns to the group, so like, perhaps you could go and browse the wares of the other traders, and
Of
if you find
course.
something of your liking, we can come back here.
Course.
She looks at
You
him.
come back, and as he says this, he smiles extremely wide, and he reveals multiple rows of needle-like teeth made out of metal.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy?
Anything you desire, my dear debtor.
Lumi, Eric, I wanted the perception check around the area, more like trying to figure out if the turning off the power source of our crew, whether the street lights are not flickering or not on at all, or whether
Yeah, sure.
there's been
You don't need to
any,
roll. You don't need to roll a perception check for this. You look around, and there are multiple devices that are just sitting
Yeah.
there, dark, inactive. Someone has had to wedge open a door that once used the power source of Akru. Things here have been turned off, and they have jerry-rigged it in order to function. You see a couple of fiends who've been dissected and their power cores removed in order to power lamps and small
Oh.
generators.
Lumi smiles, looks at him, and tell me, what was your name again? Virtak. How is things in the trade district? Are they functioning well?
In my area, yes. I can
Oh,
get
really?
anything I want, my dear debtor.
How about the others?
Well,
Anyone struggling?
of course. Ever since the power went out, everyone's been making do. And, well, some are struggling more than others. And he kicks something behind the counter, and the door behind him moves.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, you, you said you like things that, sparks?
Yes, little thing. You could spark quite well.
Don't know about that. But what about this thing? Would you want to try this thing?
And he's going to hold up the small lodestone that he got from the cavern that Breezy dropped us.
Oh,
It's
that's interesting. Where did you find that?
yeah, it's way back to the back, ways back behind us. It fell from the ceiling.
Well, I may have to go and make a little trip. You found yourself something that some of my friends would really enjoy, as it'll power their shops for a year.
Oh, okay.
The
And he's going to
and
put it back in his bag.
Thank you.
and in terms of how many pounds of this stuff? It's the lapis lazuli, isn't it?
No, it's a small lodestone that I picked up from. I'm implying that it was a lapis lazuli. Yes.
It is a lapis
But, yeah.
lazuli. Everybody
Yeah.
got some. I think Jimmy Rolls got 18 pounds of it.
Yeah.
By the way,
I've got 1 pound.
what you have is 1 pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 1 pound.
Yeah,
have
let me
10,
make a note
yeah.
of that.
I have
I
10
also
too.
have 10, yeah.
And then I also have an Akru Power Crystal. And then I also have the Moonlight Guardian. I have 2 Moonlight Guardian cores.
Yep.
And then I also have a bunch of stuff that I'm currently holding in Lumi's pocket dimension.
Yeah, in the vessel.
But, well, yeah, Breezy just looks at the others. Well, first, we should probably look at the others to see if they have anything we actually want.
That's a good
Also,
idea.
Also, time is of the essence. We kind of have to hurry to get Jimmy to the. Well, she's not going to say that in front of the demon, but she looks at the others and just
Did you
says,
say that part in front of the demon? Just that little
Well,
segment?
she just says time is of the essence. We have to move for Jimmy, and then she stops herself.
The guy looks around for who you might be insinuating, and we're going to roll his insight check here. With a 22, he looks directly at Jim Riley. Oh. You're going to be reformatted. Oh, delightful. Congratulations.
That's an interesting.
It's a lovely name, actually, reformatted. Defragged and reformatted.
Reassembled.
Hmm.
I think we should go there.
Make yourselves at home. After all, you can always stay. But feel free to check out the various vendors here. We have a variety. You can find Xerix, the Fleshwright, Sligra, the Broker of Wills, Rugmath, the Gearsmith, Zephlindra, the Ashgrin, Garvek, the Gristle Hoarder, or Tharix, the Whisper Weaver. Have fun here in Dun Street.
Yeah, Lumi, she nods at him, and yeah, that's fine.
You gonna walk away?
I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh,
Jim Riley will look right back at the demon, and just goes, "So maybe I will." Out of that knowledge, who has the code to get in?
code to get in where?
Where you get reformatted or reforged or whatever you said.
Oh dear. Well, that would be telling, but Therix is probably your best bet.
Well, Jim Riley also looked at Mordrax and goes, "Oh, those lodestones. So they were something around here."
That's what he said. He said apparently these vendors, if he wants to call them that, they apparently like these crystals.
And Lumi comes close to you, like just talking to you guys, trying to like in a low voice. It seems that due to the power outage, they're quite valuable. So, hold them close.
That's a good idea.
What was the name that he gave to Jimmy in regard to the keys or the code?
Yeah, can you? Yeah,
Tarek's, the
I will put all
Whisper
these names
Therix,
in chat for you guys here
Thank you very much.
because you guys want to know their names. We're going to put all their names in here for you because we got lore hounds, galore hounds.
I want to know who's the Judith of the Nine Hells.
This isn't Nine Hells. This is Akru. This could be worse.
I know. Oh god damn it! Worse than the Nine Hells. I mean, this is the mega dungeon of Toivoa. So.
No, this is a mega dungeon of Toivoa. I have multiple mega dungeons of Toivoa. Just ask the Spirits and Fellowship.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You want to go back to the Weeping City, guys?
The Weeping City, which is huge. Actually, Bourbon's main map is bigger than the Weeping City. Yeah. This is the 10th hell that they leave off the brochure.
Thank you, Eric.
So
Yes, sir.
I guess I guess we should probably go talk to the whatever the whisper guy first. For the teeth, right?
Parrots.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Lumi, it's keen to move away from this construct.
Okay.
Jimmy, I go. So you don't actually have anything actually for sale here?
The
He has the currency.
yeah, this
Jimmy.
guy had the currency. If you want to go back to him, because you guys are stepped away to make plans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something tells me, this is out of character, but something tells me that we can offer these lodestones to these vendors and probably not have to do any dealings with that coin keeper guy.
Lumi turns to you. I'm not sure whether it might be possible. Sounds like I would expect that he has some way over the other traders and he's forced them to trade through his currencies, and we may be forced to deal with him.
Could happen.
It sounds like his she tries to think, has a monopoly on
I don't
the
know what that is.
well, he holds all the cards that they use to trade. If you want something to buy from somebody, you have to get it from him first. But we can try. It'll be interesting. Perhaps, if these stones hold sufficient value, they are not known for. These types of creatures are not known for their loyalty. Perhaps there could be some upset the power balance if depends. Let's talk to the others, she says, and she kind of waves it, kind of moves it, kind of motions to move.
Okay. So,
Tarek's
where are we going?
Where we go? Yeah.
Breezy. Yeah, well, Breezy's gonna go to Zelfindra's shop. That just sounds interesting.
Zelfindra, all right.
Yeah, and I'm fully in support of this party splitting up and making bad decisions.
Understood.
Isn't necessarily gonna care where Breezy goes, but he'll be keeping an eye on Mordrax.
All right. Cool.
Once Dave steps away after he hears the name Therex, he's gonna cast Locate Creature.
All right.
Ooh.
Cool.
Interesting.
So, who are you trying to locate? Because we're going to go through.
Therex, the Whisper Weaver.
Okay. You get the ping of him being just down the street.
Well, at least I know where he is.
Yeah, I'm guessing they have like shops.
Yep.
Like marked shops.
Not marked, but if you ask around, you can easily find it. But looks like Mr. Stroheim just wanted to find the guy, and so it's gone
It's all
for the
about
shortcut.
business. He's trying to get to that forge to get Jimmy all fixed up.
Understood.
Valid.
So we are going to go ahead and we're going to hit up Zaflindra real quick, the Ashgrin. As you approach, you feel a bit of uneasiness, Breezy. As you walk in, you're able to see this horrible creature whose skin is slightly translucent and smells of burnt sugar and sulfur. And she leaves a trail of ash wherever she walks around. She looks up at you. Oh, I was as pretty as you once. Would you like a beverage?
No, I just want to know what you have for sale.
Oh, potions, beverages. I have balms for skincare, of course. She takes some one and opens it and takes it, smells it, and slaps it on herself. Quality control, you understand. Stoppers it back up. What can I do for you?
Well, yeah, Breezy would like to look at the so is it just like potions of any kind, or
She's got a variety of potions. There's a good 20 or 30 kinds of potions and balms and various concoctions that this individual has, since I'm not going to refer to her as a lady.
yeah?
How dare you?
I don't want to insult
really-
ladies.
They come in all shapes and sizes, Eric.
She has a staff.
For the record, I went on 70 blind dates in 52 weeks one year just to see if I could do it. And
my
this
God.
would not have been the ugliest person I dated.
Oh my gosh.
Would does she have any potions of I forgot what they're called, the mana potions?
Oh, of course I do. It'll be 3 wood.
3 pieces of wood?
3 wood, yes. You have them, right?
No, that metal guy seemed like a jerk.
He is. He really is. But, you know, she opens another thing, sniffs it, and stick her finger in it. Quality control. Stop it to back up. Yes, I have potions. For 3 wood, I will give you a potion of greater mana.
Breezy frowns at that. She takes out the pieces of the staff of the python that are 3 pieces of wood. would this count?
She looks at you and looks behind you. I need you to roll a sleight of hand check.
Ooh,
I will
nice.
roll a sleight of hand check. Let's see. You know what? I didn't know this was coming, so I can't say she would have cast guidance on herself. So
Yeah.
Why is it not rolling? Go.
With an 18, she looks over your shoulder and goes, 3 wood. Don't tell. Don't tell. And she takes the potion of greater mana off the shelf and pops a stopper, sticks her finger down in there, swirls it around. Quality control. Here you go.
All right. So, and it's a legit potion of greater mana?
It's a potion of greater mana in
All
exchange for your shards of your python staff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will. Yeah. So Breezy will put that on her belt, and she will just nod and leave because.
Oh, you don't have to go. After all, I've got more. Your friends probably want some too.
Maybe, but we gotta look at the other stuff, and we're on a time limit. So.
Oh, okay. Just remember, my stuff's great quality. And she opens up a makeup packet, looks like a compact, and grabs a thing of powder, just poof. Quality control.
Quality
Close
control.
it.
Yeah, I got it. Breezy goes out to the others, like who are I don't know if they're on the street. She's gonna be like, "This one's a potion shop."
Oh. Okay. Shall we and kind of
Meanwhile,
looks at go on.
Meanwhile, Dustrom has wandered off in the direction that he intended, I believe, correct?
Yeah, I started to head in that direction.
All right.
Mordrax would have been following him.
All right. Is anyone else going with Mr. Deuce?
If Mordrax is going, Jimmy is going with them.
All right. So Mordrax, Deuce, and Jimmerly. Lumi, are you in the street near Breezy, or are you with them?
Lumi would have waited for Breezy if they go away.
And I have to check on Mr. Tomo.
I think he was following Breezy. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he put it in chat.
Awesome. So
I
Tomo
will
would
be
follow
with
Breezy.
them.
Understood.
3 and 3.
All right. As we evenly split the party. Yay. All right.
Oh, I mean, as soon as the Breezy comes back, she would make her way to
Right.
we would make her way to
Well, we're going to see what
Yeah.
happens over there. So, as you guys walk over to Tharix, he's going to greet you at the door. Adventurers, adventurers, adventurers. You've stumbled into the darkness, blah, 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 blind, haven't you? So, many questions swirling in your minds, and I hold the answers. Who owns the key to your salvation? Oh, what lies at the end of your quest? Where are your enemies hiding? I hear the whispers. I see the unseen, and I will tell you for a price. Secrets are dangerous. Yes, but ignorance is fatal.
I thought I was crazy.
Crazy? No. Perfectly sane. Perfectly sane. It's a slight stutter.
Right. I've been told you know of how to access the
My head.
forge.
My head. Learn to talk.
What did he say?
Learn to talk.
Learn to talk. Look, we do not mean any trouble. We simply need.
Your voice. You need to learn to speak. I can't understand you.
We'll speak in Infernal then. We'll switch to Infernal.
Okay.
How do you? Sorry, I was thinking. How do we get into the forge? I have been told you know the access.
Okay, Goose, you've been granted inspiration. He clutches his head. The old tongue.
Thank you for that
Really understandable. Your access is horrible.
He barely understands.
accent?
His accent is horrible.
What? Okay. Okay, no.
And Mordrax will start talking in Abyssal to the guy.
Do you? We're trying to get into the forge.
Oh, I just you for a second. No, I can't.
Jesus.
Yeah, this guy's the best salesman.
This guy.
I'm not there, so.
Says he cannot help us, and he cannot help us.
Hey, Mr. Deuce.
You look on. Yes.
Maybe he can read. Write it down on a piece of paper.
Read. Perhaps I just will take out just a small piece of paper. Write down in common,
Okay.
infernal, and abyssal. How do we get in the forge? And just show it to him.
He looks at you and smiles broadly at you. One wood.
One wood?
One wood.
Here, Mordrax hearing Deuce say one would just immediately reach back and grab his regular quarterstaff and just pull it out and go,
This?
He smiles. Yes, one wood. He reaches for it.
yeah. He's gonna pull it back and be like, Mr. Deuce.
Hold on.
Don't run it.
Hold on, Mordrax.
Okay. And he'll kind of like clench it with both hands, almost like a baseball bat.
The fiend holds his hands up. Peace. Information is my trade.
Chimaroli will go. All right. And he'll reach behind his back and he'll pull out a javelin, which is also made of wood with a metal tip.
He looks at it. Nice. Very pointy.
He'll be like, here's your one wood.
Where to go? That's the way.
I need to know how to get in to the.
He smiles, and beyond the chaos of the market, in the direction he points, the dark silhouette of the Ironlet Foundry looms to the south, belching plumes of toxic smoke that mingle with the ever-present haze of Dunn Street. The foundry's rhythmic pounding reverberates through the ground at this point, a steady reminder of its relentless production. As you step around and to take a deeper look at this, the faint glimmers of Akru's former glory are almost lost in the overwhelming corruption and desperation. Yet within this mire of depravity, opportunity beckons. Perhaps this guy can give you the information you need. He seems to know more than he's letting on.
I want to know how to get in. And then you'll get your wood.
I traded for the wood. You give the wood for the information.
I said I would give you wood if you told me how to get in, not where it was.
His eyes flare red. You open the door and walk past.
Jim really blinks at him a couple times. You're really not being the best salesman here. I know what happens when you open the door.
You're not being a great customer. Your voice hurts my head.
Mr. Deuce.
See, we can understand the little one.
Jimmy goes to Mordrax and goes, Mordrax, tell him I will give him the wood if he tells us how to get into the forge, I guess I should say, without dying.
Okay. Hey, hey you.
Yes, I understand you.
So what we're looking to do here is we need to get into the forge. We need to know how to get into the forge.
I can understand him. I can understand him. He makes sense.
And we know that the door is locked and that you might have keys or know where to get keys to get into the forge. If you can give us this information and or give us the keys, I will give you this word. And he'll show him the quarterstaff.
He smiles broadly at you. For a bit of that. But not all of it. I'll trade one secret of 6 for your wood.
So, you want 6 pieces of wood for all that information?
Your voice stop feeling nice. Why don't you repeat yourself?
Okay, so you want... Okay, I'll tell you what. Give us the keys. Do you have the keys
Keys. Yes.
to the forge?
Yes, to the forge.
Okay, I trade you this piece of wood.
Show him the quarterstaff.
For those keys.
For one key. One key. One wood.
Okay, now that changes things. How many keys are there?
Six. Six codes. Six
Okay, hold on.
codes.
Excuse me just 1 second.
He'll turn around and kind of walk up to Jimmy and whisper to Jimmy.
Mr. Jimmy, did you hear that?
Was he speaking back to Mordrex and Infernal?
No, he was speaking in common this whole time, but this guy, roll an insight check, Jimmy.
Jimmy Dean,
Better hit the
inside.
Like a
With a 13, anytime someone does not repeat themselves, it's giving this guy a headache.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Every time we don't repeat it or do repeat it?
Every time
have
you do
to
not
repeat
repeat
yourself.
yourself, he doesn't understand you. And so every time that Mordrex has been stuttering and repeating, he's getting through to this guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not
So
just stuttering outwardly, his input is also stuttering. And so he needs to have that multiple inputs in order to understand.
Yeah,
okay.
he is defected.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So
Not
Mordrex
that
would look at
everyone else isn't here.
So Mordrex
I
would look
know.
back at Jimmy and be like,
Hey, Mr. Jimmy, so he says he wants 6 pieces of wood for, I guess it's 6 codes or keys or something like that to get into the forge. But I got this staff here. Can you break it into 6 pieces? I can't do that. You're stronger than me. But like, we
Can
might
I
want
roll-
to do it like.
Can I roll
That was
insight to
right.
see if that would work, Eric?
You can roll an insight check, sir.
Because he just said 6 wood. He did not specifically say the size of the wood.
Yeah.
Yep.
With a 19, he's going to call you out on the fact that you broke the one wood into 6 smaller fragments. That's not going to work. But Mordrex may think that because Mordrex, makes sense.
It might not work with him, but might work with other traders that haven't seen this.
Potentially. But
Potentially. I know, I digress. Please continue. I'm not there. I'm not
for the group's benefit, the shards of the Python staff were a magical wooden item, and that's
makes
why
sense.
those got accepted as shards. But these guys value intact pieces of wood, and the currency that the coin changer was going to be giving you was basically coasters.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
so does Jimmy tell that to Mordrex?
Jimmy goes, no, don't do that. Let's see. 6 wood. 6 wood. He looks at the guy.
This is 6 wood, yes.
Jimmy will pull out his 4 javelins.
His eyes, even though they're in a mechanical socket, somehow his irises get wider and they brighten at the display of wealth.
And then
Oh, Jimmy, you also have a trident
Oh.
from the.
I noticed that. I have that on my person.
I do have a trident on my inventory, yes.
You
Tridents
do,
are
you
not
have
made
a-
out of wood. Nice try.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not? Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know.
probably fully metal. Yeah. The,
So I have
javelin-
I have a spare quarterstaff and a spare club.
Yeah. When we talk trident, we're talking trident. We're not talking frog gig.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
I know
mean,
that
you're
Mordrex
talking
knows what I'm
about
talking
Aquaman
about
trident.
because of where he lives.
In the sanctuary.
It goes,
Aquaman trident.
Mordrax, do you have
Jimmy.
yeah,
Oh, I'm not there.
What
That's the
is
amethyst.
six arrows?
I was just looking at my bolts. I have at least 5 of them.
yeah. Jimmy pulls out his 4 javelins and looks at Mordrax to see what Mordrax has.
Well, I don't got none of those, but if he's just looking for wood, I got this quarterstaff.
And then he'll pull out an extra club that he has.
And I got this too.
Jimmy looks at his hands and Mordrax and back up to the man and goes, 6 wood? 6 wood?
6 wood, 6 wood. Yes. Trade.
Jimmy will reach out to Mordrax to get the club and the quarterstaff,
I'll hand him to him.
Okay.
and he'll put down all 6 wood.
Awesome. Cool. So one moment, and I am going to get. He's going to look at you, and he's going to hand you a series of 6 tubes. And he goes, the codes to get in. Enjoy transformation and beware the guardian.
What kind of guardian? What is it?
Oh,
Is it worse than that demigod? Those are
he
the eyes.
smiles. Only fools worship.
Well, that's a matter of perspective, but I'm just saying that that multi-eyed creature with his little posse got
Only
some
fools.
glitter in his- Good talk. Do you need anything else here, Mordrax? Or Deuce?
I don't think
I
so.
believe I'm quite all right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind finding something to be able to, put all my stuff in so it doesn't go rotten, but okay, thank you.
He looks at you and smiles, and you're not sure if he told you to go visit the Fleshright or he's calling you a flesh crafter.
Yeah, Mordrax is clueless anyhow. Mordrax is basically like kind of hubbing up next to Jimmy's leg to be like,
And this guy was the information trade. Okay. And the one that you saw, Breezy, was the Ashgren.
Yeah, Ashgren is the potion trainer.
Okay, cool.
Right? So we're going to go ahead and leave the Secret Weaver here, the information broker, behind. So Therix, we're going to leave the Whisper Weaver behind, yes?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys leave Therix's shop. Where are we going next?
Breezy will just walk into the store right next to Zolfindris.
Yeah, Lumi will follow.
All right, so we're going to go to Garvik's place. Let me grab Garvik.
Bristle Hoarder.
Yeah, and
Oh,
yep, here's Garvik. And
Here's
trigger
Garvik.
warning, guys, if you guys don't like disgusting things, Garvik is not the guy for you. Trigger warning for all those on Twitch stream. Here we go. Garvik.
Nice. It barely remains together.
As you walk into Garvik, the Gristle Hoarder. What do you want? What do you want?
she'll look at just to see does he have any. She'll look to see if he has any wares for sale.
Food.
I
He produces.
I cannot understand a thing you're saying.
Right, exactly. This is intentional. He
Lumi cast attack. Lumi.
And he produces a leg of some kind of creature that goes from the foot, that is kind of a partial hoof, up the calf, the thigh, and the entire rump there. He just produces it and goes, food. Yeah, food.
Oh,
Wow. Do you buy
Buy food, yes. I buy food.
for wood?
Food for what? Yes.
Okay. Breezy will literally just turn around and is more. I don't know if Mordrex is on the main street or not.
Yeah, we would have been like out on the main street at
Yep.
this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Breezy will just say, Mordrax, you can sell the meat you found. And I pointed to the
Meat?
gristle.
He comes lumbering up behind you and shoves you out of the way, just doesn't care. Breezy, you're going to, unless you're going to resist against a DC 24 athletics check, you're going to be
No.
shoved over, just toppled like a bowling pin. Lumi's going to go spinning off to the side as this guy barrels out at the mention of meat.
Oh god.
He looks over. Meat. And he points directly at Mordrax. You have meat.
Well, I have tasted this.
He comes lumbering up.
He's running away behind Mr. Tomo. Mr. Tomo! Mr. Tomo!
Fudge. And he reaches into his rib cage, and you hear a soft sucking sound from inside as he pulls out long, wet pieces of wood that are highly polished and lacquered. At one point, these were beautiful.
I got this, and he's gonna pull out the magic stopping sausage.
Trade food.
How many pieces of wood is he holding?
He's going
Can I
to
go?
see the sausage, and he's going to reach up into his rib cage again and pull out another piece of wood, and he's going to offer you 3 of these very pretty pieces of wood.
He's gonna. So at this point, Mordrax is gonna look over at Mr. Deuce or Breezy, whichever one's closer, and go, Mr. Zimmer said I should talk to you guys first.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Should I do this?
Well, you can exchange the wood for something else in one of these shops, probably.
It's the sausage you're giving away, right?
Yeah, the magic stopping sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah, the sausage that like makes you like what was it?
It's an anti-magic
can't-
sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't talk, right?
Yeah. We can toss that.
I mean, yeah. Unless you're planning on doing something with that.
No, I'm just holding on to it.
It's involving feeding a man a sausage.
Okay. So at that point, Mordrax would look back at him and go, and he'll just kind of like gingerly hold out the sausage to him, hiding behind Tombo, and be like,
Okay, I took the wood, and you took the sausage.
Yes. And he hands you the 3 pieces of wood by dropping them onto the cobblestones, and he reaches for the sausage. Do you give him the sausage?
yes.
Okay. He takes the sausage and sticks it up into his rib cage, adjusts it a little bit, and stands up a little bit prouder. Food.
I'll pick up the 3 pieces of wood. Are they just 3 pieces of wood?
They're 3 very nice, ornate coasters that have a design of the noble house of Akru on them.
Okay, cool.
These are the currency of this area. And he looks over and he sniffs. You have lots of food.
Well, hold on a second there.
And he's gonna look over at everybody in the group and be like,
Sir, I got all these other things like this. I got the spoons, I don't think he wants the teeth, but I got those
The
tails.
brains? You have
No.
brains?
All the brains is all brain cream. I turned it all into brain creams.
Brains? You have brains that you're not
But you can have
using.
How about this?
and he's gonna pull out the leg of a strange creature that had been chewed on that he picked up.
He looks at it and sniffs it to wood. And he produces, he reaches down near where his liver is and reaches in there and pulls out 2 chess pieces.
Okay. And He'll trade him. He'll give him the strange leg.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
With every trade Mordrax makes, he's gonna get like a little monocle, and then he's gonna get like a little top hat.
He takes
Really
the
decked out in a wood suit, man.
he takes the
King of
leg.
this market.
He takes the leg and he like reaches behind him there and moves some of his muscles to the side and jams the bone of the leg up into the back side of his thigh and then releases the muscles as they clamp around it. He now has 3 legs.
Okay.
Hey, sir, I got those 2 tails from that cat thing. Should I trade those 2, or should I hold on to those?
Which cat was that? Was that the weird displacer cat?
The Aurorian
The
absorber.
cats with the eyeball tails.
Yeah.
We it will go
Well,
bad
more
in a
direct-
way.
Well, Mordrax, I'm gonna be honest. Those things are probably gonna rot before we can get to really do anything with them. So it's probably best you get rid of them now, while they still have value.
Okay.
So he'll pull out the Aeorian absorber tails.
Okay.
That's 2,
Sure.
and he'll pull out the reverser spleen as well.
Okay.
I mean, some of these things have been dead for like a day or 2 already, so they're already probably starting to get a little rank.
Not as rank
Right.
as this guy.
Fair enough.
This guy's rancor.
So he'll pull those out and go.
I give you these 3 for 6 wood.
6 wood.
Because they're big. 'Cause
He
they're
looks
big.
at this and he reaches up and he takes the front of his skull and he's going to twist and pull the front of his skull off. And inside of his head, where his brain cavity should be, you see a stack of a variety of wooden pieces of jewelry. He reaches into there, ruffles around, and counting with his fingers, pulls out 6 pieces of jewelry, puts his face back on, locks it back into place. 6 wood.
All right, and he'll trade him 6 wood for those,
Okay.
those items.
As he takes the 2 Aeorian reverser tails, he looks at it and he sticks them to the side of his head like 2 large dreadlocks
Nice. With eye stalks at the end.
with eye stalks at the end. He looks like some kind of humanoid beholder.
But does he, Eric, as he's doing this, is there any animation happening to these body parts?
Oh yeah, they become active.
Alive.
The,
Oh,
the
God.
tails now start moving very Medusa style around him and looking around. He's
Okay.
like, "Ugh."
We are making a beast here. Don't give it the Hydra heart, please.
Oh no, I'm not. That's the only thing I'm not going to trade.
So,
He'll take the reverser part and he's going to just open up his belly there and stick it up into his stomach and close up again.
Mordrax has inadvertently created the monster that will take down Vagradam.
Yep.
He looks at you. Thank you for food. Food.
Thank you for the wood. Can you tell me where the this rat person guy is? The flesh rat? Zero, I don't know how to say it. Zero's the flesh rat?
Zerix. Oh, Zeriz, he's over there. He gives me food. He made me. Ah. He goes and turns and walks off to the food shop again. As he does so, he sees Breezy still laying there and picks her up by the back of her shirt. Sorry.
Well, no, Tomo picked.
Oh,
picked
tell me
Breezy
picked you up. I'm
early.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He walks by and goes, "Excuse me."
She just glares at him, but she's gonna ignore him, and
Yeah, there was no
She'll-
malice there. He just wanted to get to the food.
oh yeah, no, there would be no malice when Breezy would shoot him in the back of the head, or was it-
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't because I don't want to start a fight, but she is going to
It's
go
good
to
considering everything I just gave him.
yeah. Yeah, apparently we're rich now. She's going to go to the next store. Yeah.
All
See
right.
if there's anything.
So next to the Gristle Hoarder, we have Flindra the Ashgrin. We had Therix the Whisper Weaver. Did you want to visit the Whisper Weaver again?
No.
Okay, so the other direction.
Yeah.
So the other direction would be the gears. We did Ashgrin, and then we go to the Gearsmith.
Yeah.
So we go to the Gearsmith. As you guys walk in, this fiend is significantly shorter than the rest. As you walk in, look at this ragged lot. Battle scarred, your gear dented, dull, barely holding together. Embarrassing. Rugamath can fix it. Not just fix, but improve. Infernal mechanisms, soulbound enhancements, weapons that thirst for the blood of your enemies. What's the point of adventuring if your tools aren't as lethal as you are? Let's get to work before you fall apart like your rusty swords. Oh, you all look so pedantic.
I don't know what that means.
It means plain. You need flair. More special things. Like glowing eyes. He's got the right idea, he points at Tomo, but they need to glow.
So what do you sell here?
Oh, well, you understand, I sell armor and clothing. The fashion to make you fancy, to make you the desired icon that you could be, to make you, to tell it in kobold terms, super badass.
You don't got no weapons?
Weapons? Oh, well, I have some weapons. And he will reach behind the counter and pull out something that looks like it comes out of Warhammer. It is a chain sword.
Nice.
Wow.
And sticks it up on the counter.
That's not up my alley. I like to whop things. You got any,
He
You know,
reaches up and pushes the button on the chain sword, and the blade begins reciprocating.
I don't know, Mordrax. That is pretty cool.
yeah, Breezy is okay. So she's gonna look at him and just ask, "Do you mind if I try to pick it up?"
He looks at you. You and he are about the same size. You're what 5 feet tall?
Yeah, she's about 5 foot. She's about 5'3" now.
Yeah, you guys are about the same height. This guy did it with one hand. I mean, what's your strength score?
Her strength is only, I mean, she's not a weakling like most wizards, but it is a strength 12. So.
Oh yeah, you can easily pick this up.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, so she'll give it a few test swings.
It's a short sword.
Okay.
Oh, you got proficiency on it.
Can I see the stats, Aaron?
I would give you the stats, however, I don't have them yet.
I gotcha.
So if you guys want this chainsword, I will give you the chainsword. It is not a magical weapon, but it will have an increased damage component to it.
Okay, so
We can enchant it.
so
maybe.
I'm not huge. Okay, so this is completely unexpected because I was thinking later in Breezy's career, further down the line, because she specializes in spell scrolls and stuff like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like I was brainstorming ideas, like maybe she would have an armor that she could put scrolls on, like a potion belt or something, so she could use it in battle or something, something along
Sure.
those lines. And I was brainstorming in my head about like what that would look like, and I was thinking like purity seals from
Sure.
Warhammer.
Of course.
That would be so cool, actually. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's what I was thinking in my
The
head.
Sisters of the Night. I forgot the name.
So yeah, if
Yeah,
you,
so
if you
and
guys
then-
want to
then
go
Eric
and
is in here
get the
like, oh, yeah,
chainsword,
he has a chainsword. And I'm just like, okay, now
Sisters
I
of Battle. This is like Breezy as a sister of battle. That would be so
Oh my god.
So, do you want that thing, Miss Breezy?
I kind of do.
How much you want for that thing?
5 wood.
Ah, wood.
wood.
Breezy. Well, Breezy will look at the wood coasters. Do they? They're just circular wood discs.
They're circular wood discs emblazoned with the noble seal of Akru.
Oh, they have a seal in them. Oh, that's hard to draw.
Um, l- yeah.
How about 3?
No. Roll persuasion check.
Oh, that's gonna be with my -6 or -2 charisma.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'll cast guidance on him. Oh, wait, too late.
Yeah, too late.
Aw.
He
He
looks
wouldn't
at
have
you. 6 wood.
Do you dabble in lodestones?
He looks at you and suddenly is going to be frightened. Not of you, but of the coin changer outside.
I'm not gonna do.
Wood. Wood only. I don't want any trouble.
No bartering.
I'm not in it for trouble. I don't want to get killed.
Uh-huh.
We understand.
Is someone threatening you?
He looks at you. No, no one threatens me. And he's going to pull aside his long duster. And on the side of his hip, he has some kind of mechanism there. It looks like a bent piece of wood with brass mechanical pieces over it.
Does he have a gun?
He's got a gun.
I got a gun.
What kind of wand
Oh,
is that?
Lumi inquired. Oh, do you have any more like this?
He closes his coat. Not for sale.
That's too bad.
Oh,
Yeah. But okay, but Breezy's gonna look at Mordrax and just ask him, well, I'll pay you back, Mordrax, for the wood.
Okay.
He'll give her 6 wood.
Okay.
And
Breezy.
she'll hand over the wood for the chainsword.
Okay. So we're going to give you a chainsword, short sword. Understood. I will add it to the list.
Wait, can't Breezy make infinite wood with her paints? She just copies. one
No,
of the
because
colors?
they come out as paste.
Well, no, actually, they don't.
They
Only
don't?
if it's yeah. So if it's a item worth 25 gold or more, it turns into a cheap imitation. But if it's anything not worth that, it's real. Like here, let me post it in the. So yeah, it's at the bottom. Nothing can have a value greater than 25 GP. If you paint an
Understood.
object of greater value, the object looks authentic, but it's actually made from paste, bone, or some other wood.
Yeah. The wood that you guys are trading is technically worth more than 25 gold.
Like we can't beat the gas.
Yeah.
You can create an infinite
Yeah.
woody system.
Nice
yeah,
try.
Yeah.
it
The
is.
the CEO's thought of this loophole. Shoot.
Ah, they're so smart.
I have an idea, guys. Jimmy will go back to. He'll walk over to the wood changer guy, the currency changer.
Sure. Let me grab him real quick.
I'll go with him.
You're gonna go get him? Okay.
No, I'm going with Mordrax. Or
You're going with him? Okay.
And he'll go. Excuse me. Do you exchange those lodestones you liked for wood?
Yes. 1 pound for 1 wood.
Jimmy goes. "Oh, okay. Now, we just know that they're just lapis lazuli. Do we know that we have any innate properties outside of that could be used in other
No.
ways, Eric?
They don't.
Well, he did give us that they have a gleaming of arcana in them.
Yeah. The idea is that these are used in order to transmit power here in Akru, but unless you have, yeah, it's basically proprietary to Akru.
Yeah.
Jimmy only will go.
The count is gemstones outside, but that's up to you.
Yeah.
They're just not worth a whole lot.
I have a large gemstone anyway.
Lumi,
Um,
well, Lumi waits for Jimmy to
We'll pull out is 18 pounds.
Okay.
Be like, I'd like 18 wood then.
He smiles at you. Of course. And he's going to bring out an entire chess set and start giving you all the pawns off of the chess set.
Lumi say, Jimmy, can I look at one of those chess pieces?
Sure.
Lumi picks it up and looks underneath it.
Uh-huh.
Is anything etched on it?
There is.
What is it?
There's
Does it happen to be an F?
Yes.
Oh god damn it!
On all of them?
Yes.
Lumi takes out 10 or 10 pounds of the things. Do you have more of these?
He smiles, of course. And so he's handed all the pawns to Jimmerly for the 16 pounds of...
I was 18 pounds.
18 pounds? All right, so you got 16 pawns and 2 rooks. And
Yeah,
you've
Lumi
got... Lumi's got 10 pounds?
She goes, 10 pounds for the set, and she puts down she holds out the thing.
He will give you the remaining 6 pieces.
Oh, we just made a deal. I said 10 pounds for the set.
Oh, for the set. Oh, I thought it's 6 pieces is what you said. No. So he's not going to do the full set. He will give you 10 pounds for 10 of the pieces.
I mean, did he, realize what I was saying?
No, Eric misunderstood.
That's fine. I know you did, yeah.
Yeah. So
What
no.
a shame.
Yeah.
I
No, he's
cannot
going to give you
think-
10 of the pieces, meaning
Which
that you guys
pieces?
will have. You will be missing the Black King and the White King. From
Okay.
You've got
I have
everything
the
else.
queen.
Yep. You got the
Okay.
queens.
Queens,
Yeah, that's fine.
the bishops, the
The knights.
towers.
And the
The knight.
rooks. Yep.
So,
Okay.
Mordrax will hold up his 1 pound of lodestone and say,
What about this one? Can I have one of those too?
He smiles at you, of course. And he will hand you one of the kings, the Black King. The only thing that you're missing is the White King.
Got 5 pounds on me.
Bishops,
Can we exchange for wood?
He looks at you, of course. He hands you the White King and the chessboard for 2 of your pounds.
It's been
on
like
cam.
literally-
Dan's having a seizure on cam.
yeah.
You all right, Dan?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Well, me and Marcelina, we did find a full set of that one.
Right.
Salome really wanted, and then she still has one. She has the
It's a knight. Right.
she has a knight.
Yeah.
Over the set, but not. She
The
really
fun
likes-
part about this, and for the record, I'm always very cautious about someone's having a seizure because I've had it happen in a game
Oh.
before.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Like, I've had to call the Alaska 911 before in order to have an ambulance go and take care of a player. So,
Sorry about that.
no, all good.
Okay.
All good. I'm glad it was a
So
false alarm.
Salome, no, it is. Salome has the 4 bishops, the 2 queens, the 2 knights, and the 2 towers. Okay.
Yes.
That will make 10 with her.
Awesome.
While everyone is doing this, distracting the coin snatcher.
The coin
Breezy-
changer? Yes.
Yeah. Breezy will be talking to the gearsmith, and she'll be asking him. She'll pull out her, she'll look behind her just to make sure no one can see,
Okay.
and then she'll put the not the coin guy can't see, and then she'll pull out Moonlight Guardian Core, and put it on the guy's desk, his counter.
Huh?
She'll tell him, this isn't really a transaction. I'm just gonna leave this lying here. But if you were to say, I don't know, take apart that wand you have on your belt, take it apart and put it back together in front of me. I mean, that's just you doing, maintenance, right? It's not really a transaction. And then I just might forget that I left this here. She says as she puts the core on the counter.
He looks at you. I don't know how to take it apart.
You don't? I thought you were a gearsmith.
He looks at you. Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage.
I am the cutest mage in Toivola, so let's
All
Right.
that was happening.
Just
They
those-
sort of taking out his detect magic wand and just kind of in just a sweep of the booth if anything's popping up as magical.
Oh, there's lots of magical items hidden all over this stall.
Oh, stop it. Sorry, roll 20 does not roll work well with my Mac.
Does detect magic tell me what kind of magic it is, or is that just identify?
It should. No, the tank magic tells you, but you have to.
I rolled a 12.
Sense the presence of magic.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they-
yeah, I can. I can.
Oh yeah.
Where any of us reach in the area that there's magic, and you learn its glow magic, if any. Is there any cloaks that are glowing with magic?
Cloaks in his shop. Let me make sure here because I want to make sure I'm not undermining one of the other vendors here. So no, he would not have cloaks. He has armor and a few mechanical weapons.
Okay.
But the wand of detect magic goes out how far? 30 feet?
30 feet from me.
So next door we have the Broker of Wills. There's next door there is contract magic, which is interesting. And some hemomancy next door.
Okay, so we got blood magic and contract magic.
Yeah, and in this place you have mechanical things that may perceive to be magical but aren't. There's some illusion stuff. There's some enhancement, some evocation. There's
Any
a
like
divination
abjuration or like warding
Yeah,
kind
little
of
bit.
magic?
Yeah, there is.
I'm assuming most of that stuff looks like heavy or medium armor though.
Right.
Nothing, no like jewelry or anything. Okay.
No.
No robes of the Archmage.
Yeah, you know,
No,
maybe,
nice try.
know
Don't
what you
make me
find
get
in a
my
thrift
pole
shop,
noodle.
dude.
All right. So
No.
as he looks at the core that's currently on the counter, a puff of smoke comes out of his chest. As you see, he's very deep in thought. He wants that really bad, but he doesn't want to give up that item on his hip.
Well, I don't want him to give it up. I just want him to take it apart in front of me and let her watch.
And you
Like, she
rolled a
didn't-
15?
it was. You said disadvantage, so 12.
12.
Yeah, Breezy was very specific. She didn't want it. She just wants to see him like take it apart and put it back together again.
No, he's not going to do it.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
okay.
He looks at it longingly. No, but I can trade for it. If you I'll give you wood for it. I'll give you 10 wood for it.
Yeah, you know what? She'll give him one of the Moonlight Guardian cores. Yeah.
Okay. So
And
you
wood?
gain 10 wood, and the wood that he brings out are very nice wooden discs that appear to be bracelets that are ornately carved and have gemstones in them.
Oh, gemstones.
Yeah,
Uh,
minor, but they're semi-precious gemstones. Quartz, turquoise, etc.
Breezy will just check real fast to see if these might be magical. They're probably not, but
They're not.
Yeah, I was about to say, would they? I was about to say they wouldn't putting up on Deus's tech magic.
Negative. No.
Okay.
just checking
No,
because
they're
they
just
seem to have-
currency.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll take the 10
Wooden bracelets.
wood.
You sold the Guardian cores, right?
One of them.
One of them. Yeah,
One of them, okay.
one Moonlight Guardian core. Yeah.
Very nice.
Um,
You still have the gem jar of arcane amalgamation ooze as well.
yes, but I want that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
I gave him a spare thing I had, so
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't want to interrupt the others bargaining with
Okay.
the wood.
So are you guys done with the coin changer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
No.
Oh, no?
I
Okay.
gave him. I had 5 pounds, and I got I guess one
Two
of the
wood?
kings and the chessboard.
You want to trade for more?
Yeah, more if he has it. Yeah.
All right. So he will provide you with a walking stick that has a leather strap on it. And it looks like it's got a big knob on the top of it. It's a nice lacquered walking stick. And he will also provide you with a wooden crutch.
Okay.
So that's 4 pieces of wood.
That's 4. I guess he needs to do one more. So the remaining one that he's going to give you is going to be a pipe, a smoking pipe. It's a long one that's about 1.5 feet long with a nice bowl on the end.
Ooh,
Okay, and then he'll turn to Luby and kind of like hold out the chess board and chess king. Like, you seem a little interested in these. Do you want these?
are you sure?
Of course, it's just wood, Luby.
You
But it
hear
holds
a
5
cough from
yeah.
behind you. Just wood.
You want to give me your wood, Tomo?
Happily.
Oh man, I gotta admit
I will take your wood, Tomo.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If that doesn't go in the clip contest channel, someone's.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. If somebody else ain't doing it.
Damn. All right.
Fade to black. Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Tomo is like 7 feet tall, so yeah. Yeah.
Oh
God.
my! I do have enlarged, so it's okay. I mean, anyway, Luby will go. I want to hear sure, and she will. I mean, yeah, she will take the. Was it chessboard and what else?
And one of the kings.
Yep.
And one of the kings. There's still. I think there's 2. There was 2 knights. And one
You guys have
king.
all the pieces if you guys combine with Jimmerly, Mordrax, and yourself.
Okay, fine. Lumi will never dream of taking the pieces from everybody else.
Oh, she would,
Okay.
absolutely. That's a lie.
In a fair trade,
In a
she
fair
would.
trade, she would. Absolutely, she would. But, yeah, she wouldn't steal them, but absolutely would trade for them.
Yes. She
So-
really
so
she
more-
thanks you a lot, Tomo, for this gift, and she's really happy about it.
Just would.
So Mordrax will look up at Mr. Jimmy and go,
Mr. Jimmy, can we go see that flesh rat guy? Would you come with me?
Sure.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and finish up with the Gearsmith real quick.
Oh, well, Breezy's still there. She will ask him if he has any armor.
He nods. Of course. Chain, plate, scales.
Breezy will look at
studs.
around. Well, do you have any half plate?
He smiles. I can. And he reaches down, and you hear a tearing beneath the counter of metal being torn. And he comes up with a half-plate suit of armor.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not how you make half plate, but we'll just go with it.
He looks at you. That's how I make it.
It's bespoke, you know?
Yeah. Do you have any magic versions, or is it just normal half plate?
He looks at you. Of course. This is magical. What kind of vendor do you think I am?
Well, it seems like you have a lot of skills, but maybe lacking in resources.
True.
What kind of what school of magic is coming off of this plate?
I'm finding it for you guys real quick here.
Man, well, she's still browsing, so she's
Right.
like, okay. And
Yeah, they're
she will
just
ask
kind of
you-
checking over everything as kind of getting pulled up.
Because Breezy actually, she seems pretty well versed with armor. She's actually going to look at it and she's going to, do you have any mithril? I'm not very big and I'm not very strong, so if it's the lighter, the better.
He looks at you. Mithril. That'd be the entire worth of Akru. No. No mithril here.
It's funny how supply and demand works.
But
Back
we
where I'm
have
from,
this.
pretty cheap.
And he's going to provide you with this armor, and it has abjuration magic and warding magic on it.
Yeah, Breezy will identify it with Arcana.
Using Arcana, okay. You're shooting for a 15. You got there. Okay, so let me go ahead and link this for you. Here it is. If I can click
For
on
some
the-
reason, Breezy has a vested interest in boosting her AC. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right?
Strange reading. Can't put my finger on why.
I would, yeah.
Let's see. Gloom
Oh
Rot
my.
Half. What does this do?
You know, that is an invocation I could get to help you, Brizzy.
Uh, interesting.
F word every day.
Almost. Huh. Interesting. And it requires attunement. It requires attunement.
Otherwise, I have mundane, but I do sell the magical stuff as a premium. Of course, this can be yours for the simple price of 8 wood.
He's
Half
very
armor.
expensive.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the effect is not that good and not something she's really interested in. Let me see. Of your choice that is. Make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. That's interesting.
While she's looking, and Lumi would have arrived at this point, and noticing she's looking at armor, she asks this person, "Do you have to happen in leather, magical leather armor, studded leather?"
He smiles. Of course I do. And he's going to dig around, and he's going to take the armor off the counter because he doesn't trust you guys at all.
That's fair.
And you said studded leather armor?
Studded leather armor.
All right, let me go ahead and pull up my studded leather armor here.
You may as well pull up your plate armor too while you're at it.
I will. Give me a moment, Mr. Jimberly, as you are...
I was just trying to help you be efficient.
Thank you, sir.
Bank has come to town. We are big spenders now.
I'm not going to interrupt. I just
Yeah, we haven't had access to vendors for like a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the first time. It'll be a session of shopping.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and show you guys a studded leather suit. And the studded leather suit of armor looks like this.
Oh.
And he's going to smile at you. I know she complained about attunement, but this is Free Runner's studded leather armor.
Oh, right. So,
While wearing this armor, you feel light on your feet and agile. When you make long jumps, you can actually wall run for a moment.
Unfortunately, Lumi can fly.
yeah, Lumi looks. Perhaps for someone else, you don't
He
have
smiles.
anything else.
They don't have wing holes, I'm afraid. And he's going to dig around for a couple more items here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull up. Come on.
I mean, Lumi is not expecting much,
Right?
really. She knows that, like.
That would, I mean, thematically, that would work great on Tomo because he's so
I mean, yeah, that would be
but
amazing
unfortunately,
for Tomo,
Monk,
yeah.
Monk stuff lets him not wear it. But
All right, so the other one of the studded leather armor he has here is going to be this one. And make sure I got this one right. Yes. So it is this one. The glass studded armor.
Whether you have a resistance radiant, each time the creature makes a melee attack against you, it takes 3 piercing damage. They can choose to make an attack disadvantage to avoid this. Made tough, flexible leather, blah blah blah. That's pretty.
that's
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. What would you like for it?
For this one, just to get it out of my shop, I'll sell it for 4 wood.
Lumi kind of stops and thinks about it. I'm sorry, Brizzy, I interrupted your deal. You should go first while I'm thinking about this.
Yeah, Breezy just looks at him and just says, "This enchantment doesn't really help me. I'll just take the normal half plate."
Okay. He will sell you a suit of regular half-plate armor for 2 wood.
Yeah, and does he have to like fit her or anything like that? Because
He doesn't fit you. He just gives you the armor, and if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
well,
So-
does it fit?
Let's find out. What
Yeah,
size is What size is Breezy?
Breezy is medium.
Right, but what dress size?
Oh, I don't know. She's pretty short and
So
slim.
she's a
so
small or a petite. Understood.
yeah, so I don't know, like a 2 maybe,
Okay. Wow.
maybe a 0, maybe even a 0. Like, yeah, she. I mean, look at her art. She is really like you could put your hands around her waist. It's not that hard. Like
All right.
Tomo could probably do it like with one hand.
So
maybe,
it's slightly oversized,
all right.
but maybe she'll grow into it.
Yeah, well, that's actually probably she will.
It's big enough to go on outside of cold weather clothing.
Hey, handy. Well, yeah, she will. So it's two wood.
Yes.
All right, she'll give him the 2 wood for the half plate, and she'll actually start buckling it on.
Cool.
And yeah, she is actually very familiar with how armor works. So
How much was that the leather armor again?
4 wood.
She let me say okay, and she grabs 4 crossbows that she has, and she
4 splinters. 10 splinters for a wood.
10 splinters. She kind of stops a little bit, and she counts the
I
ones.
can use
she
my
has.
arrows as well, Lumi.
And she has 5 bolts. She needs how many more? 5 more, right?
To equal 1 wood. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, what do you mean? To be so he needs 10 splinters to make the
Make
full
1 wood.
price.
Correct.
10 ammo for 1 wood. I've also got
Oh shit. Okay.
3 other wooden pieces from the exchange guy that you can use if you need them.
Are you sure?
Of course, Lumi. I don't think I need much here.
So Lumi will. It's so yeah. If you give me the 3 wood and 5 arrows, she will give the bolts.
Okay.
5 arrows.
And he will
Done.
sell you the leather armor.
Okay.
The glass-studded armor.
Thank you, Mr. Tomo. Thank you for your wood again.
I hope my wood brings you great satisfaction, Lumi.
That's going into me.
Oh yes, it has. Especially with your reach.
it doesn't even make any sense. All right, so I have 8 wood left.
Wow.
Hey,
well,
most of the time, it's just against the gods. It's the most lewd party of Toivoa. I mean, we're at
I don't know
least
what you mean.
one.
It's perfectly
What do I
innuendo.
mean?
No, awesome blossoms are the worst. Just saying.
Well, yeah.
this is just Breezy shooting. She has no idea if he can do this. She's gonna ask him. She's actually gonna pull out her frost brand, and then put the chainsword next to it, and just say, "I don't know if you can do this, but do you think you could put the enchantment from the frost brand onto this weapon of yours?"
No.
Okay, it was worth a shot. Thank you. I'll have to figure that out later.
He looks at you like you're crazy.
No, I'm not. You're crazy.
He just looks at you
Oh.
like that. He doesn't say it.
No,
All right.
she can tell.
Okay.
She is used to looks like that. But all right, yeah, it was worth a shot. Okay, I think that's it for all of she wanted from him.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and explore the plate armor here as well. Correct, Mr. Jimmerly? Oh, Jimmerly, are you there or are you muted, sir?
I might have been muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, plate armor, please.
Awesome. So he's going to pull out a suit of plate armor that appears to be made of various bones and bone-like structures. It looks effective.
Well, what you got there?
And Mr. Deuce's necromancy is currently your detect magic is detecting necromancy on this hardcore. It looks like this. There's your
Okay.
image for you guys.
That was tasty.
Dave's we're gonna reach towards Jimmy. I would take a bit of caution with this one. It's a necromantic in nature, so who knows what potential effects it could give to you or harm you with. And just kind of just let those words sit.
What does this do?
It protects you from attacks.
It's throwing off some crazy magic as well, so I'm a little curious here.
Probably. After all, it was made by the Fleshright.
Can my friend identify the magics on it?
I don't know. Can he?
I'm asking, may he? Does he have her permission to do it?
For 1 wood.
Ooh, you're asking an awful lot.
If
Something
you
you
buy,
prefer, no.
I'll count it towards the asking price of 6.
You know, sure.
Okay, so
He'll put 1 wood down on the table. and
what
go
wood piece do you give him?
I will give him one of the rooks.
Understood. Luminostra has a spaz attack right now.
She's like, she can't hold that, like, perhaps a little tear in her eyes, but she remains silent.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and display this. If you can roll your Arcana check, sir.
I also have Deuce ritual cast identify on it.
Okay, you're going to ritually cast Identify.
That's what I was going to ask Deuce to do.
Okay, Deuce. Are you back? Are you muted, sir?
I was muted.
Very well.
Sorry.
Would you
Fritz
cast?
will kind of pop out from his coat, crawl down his arm, look at Deus.
Fiendish Fritz.
That is, look at Fritz. This will be another agreement. Fritz will go down, and I'll ritual cast Identify through Fritz, touching it.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and display that for you. Here you go.
Ah.
On the fallen plane.
I will, once the full information goes through, I will just look over to Jim Rowley. It's late. It allows the user to cast either the Speak with Dead spell or Animate Dead spell. However, it is only once a day, like most items. Your soul is bound to the armor, so if you die, or you are attuned to this, the armor will be destroyed.
Wow. I was just curious if it was my cup or tea or not. Well, you can keep it. I guess you can have your 1 word here.
He nods and accepts the 1 wood.
Fritz will crawl back up Dave's arm and just kind of chill in the collar of his jacket.
Cool. Awesome. Anything else you want from the gearsmith? As he's pretty much showed you everything he's got.
Yeah, Dave's just fine. He can't benefit from anything here.
Okay. So you guys walking out?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
Breezy walks out in her new set of armor.
Because it took 10 minutes for them to do the deal, you can don the armor.
I didn't mind the look of that armor, but it wasn't really my style, you know.
No, it's certainly not like anything like Haddad Kabir makes, but it's, it'll work for now.
Well, your armor is more my style. I'm just looking for, normal armor type things here.
She's looking at it and she's frowning. I mean, considering I bought it for 2 pieces of wood, I mean, it's better than nothing, but stuff to make back home is way better than this.
We are kind of in the middle of nowhere here.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh,
Yeah, with a chance.
Alright.
This place is so deadly. We're trying to get a little bit more defensive here. I have a lot of wood though.
Yeah, we still have what was it? The fleshlight and the other guy.
Broker
I
of
forgot
Wills.
his name. Yeah, the
broker.
broker. Yeah.
So, do you guys want to go to the contract person that had the hemomancy?
Yeah.
I'm Breeze. Well, actually, Will Broker sounds pretty interesting. Yeah. Well, didn't Mordrak say he wanted to visit the fleshlight?
We can go to the Fletch right
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, we can go there first.
Alright, cool. So you skip over the contract person and head to the Flesh Right. As you come in, you hear, "Oh, adventurers, such impressive forms you have. So well sculpted. But tell me, do you ever feel limited? One sword arm is good, but two, better. Those eyes, especially those, seem keen, but would you not prefer to see through walls? With my delicate touch, I can improve your, well, everything. What's little pain for the perfection you seek? Sit. Here, chairs, made of the finest wood and leather. I'll
he's
have you
rich.
enhanced in a few moments, though the screaming may take a little longer."
What?
Hmm?
I don't understand. How are you gonna enhance me? Do I get to choose, or is it just random? Or I don't understand this.
Oh, we can choose whatever you'd like, little man. Do come in and make yourself comfortable. He tilts his head sideways and begins measuring you from toe to head to toe, and down the tail.
Well, I don't know if I really need any enhancements. But I was kind of wondering, do you have a something that can keep stuff from rotting? Like something, I don't know. I like to harvest stuff from the creatures, and anyhow, the stuff goes bad, and yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. I was just thinking how you would look better with 6 legs. But yes, I have something like that. Yes.
Can I see it? What is it?
Oh, it's a bag. It's a bag that I keep parts in.
A bag of parts. Like,
Of course.
It keeps stuff from going bad, though, right? Keeps it from
Of
rotting.
course. Doesn't mean no good to have bad parts.
How much am I for?
6 legs. Yes, 6. One there. So I'm sorry. You said you wanted to know how much I wanted for it? Oh dear. You would put me out of business. It'd have to be a manageable sum. Oh goodness. Considering the parts that are in it would have to go bad. So you would have to purchase all the parts and the bag. And my business.
I don't know if I don't want your business, but I mean,
We could do it, of course. But I would need to take... And he's going to point down at you, Mordrax, and he's going to trace your digestive tract in the air around you and circle something. I think an appendix.
so I give you, if I give you my appendix, you're gonna give me the bag of holding or bag of whatever.
The bag of
and other
colding
parts.
in exchange for major organs. You may not survive, you understand. But that's the risk that you'll have to take.
I'm just
What?
taking this a bad idea.
What if? What about information of treasure trove of body parts recently created? What would that come? What would that?
Oh, I'm not a
Be worth to
gatherer.
you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not interested in going and collecting. You see, I'm an artiste. I handle the goods provided to me by others.
Understood.
I can enhance you. Would you look better with 7 wings? I think you would.
Davis will lean down towards Mordrax. Well, if you have any spleens left over, perhaps this could be an opportunity.
I mean, the only thing I got left is I got the eyeball from that demigod thing, and I got the heart of the Hydra. But
He perks up at this. You have a Hydra heart.
yeah, I do.
I will trade you the bag of colding in exchange for a Hydra heart.
Hold on a second. And he's gonna turn around and look at Mr. Deuce and go, Mr. Deuce, remember that conversation we had about
The conversation we had this morning.
yeah. Can you help? Can you help me? Do you think can we maybe get a better deal and see if maybe he's got something that I can use to make better potions? On top of the bag of coding?
Perhaps.
I don't know what that thing's called.
That would be
Perhaps.
good. Yeah. He's
What?
right.
What specifically would you like her to improve?
I'm not. Breezy's not saying that out loud. That's just me memeing.
I mean, Lomi goes,
In character, she would never suggest that.
Lomi goes, I mean, we could improve his gut. He would be able to eat all the treats.
Right?
Okay.
I don't actually mean that. I'm
You want-
stuff.
What is it called? What should I ask for?
You want your small summoned allies, you want them to be more powerful, or people like us?
I want to make better stuff than just the brain creams, like other things.
I
He's looking
understand
for
now.
tools to craft. The young man wishes to have an alchemist's kit.
Is that what I'm asking for, Mr. Deuce?
Or
Surgery.
surgery tools. Or both. I'll include them.
Perhaps
Demonic surgery tools and a bag of coding.
the
full of
tools are
parts.
what we would need to extract the essence from Hydra's heart. But without the heart, there would be nothing to distill.
But you never know, we might get something else.
That is true. That is very true. I believe whatever decision you think, I will support. And I believe this would not hurt us.
Okay. I value your smarts, sir. I'm gonna do it.
So he'll turn around and look at that creature and go,
Okay, sir. I give you this,
and he pulls out the 5-pound Hydra heart
Huh?
and says,
and you give me the bag of coding, everything that's in the bag of coding, alchemy kits, and surgery tools or something like that. And then you said a business. I don't know if I want your business.
Fine. I'll keep the business. You take the bag of colding, everything that's in it, the tools, and I get the Hydra heart.
And can you throw in a book of recipes or something for the alchemy stuff?
I'll give you 1 recipe for each toe you give me from your
Okay,
foot.
I'm not giving you no toast.
I mean, if we had the regenerate spell, that'd be pretty great. That'd be a pretty good
Yeah,
deal.
it's true, actually.
That would be an infinite money source right there.
so,
Oh my
okay,
goodness.
so out of character here, Eric has already established that if I was to eat part of the heart, I can regain regeneration for 24 hours.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
what if he was to say, okay, and he chops off the toes off of one of his feet and then takes a bite of the heart and gives it to the guy?
He's not going to accept that because you'll have
All right,
eaten the
damn it.
heart. No. Nice try.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, well, it sounds like a pretty good deal. Mr. Dew says it would help us, so I'll make a deal, but I'm keeping my toes. I don't want the toes.
Okay.
Well, I want my toes, but you can't have my toes.
Very well. And he will produce a bag of colding in exchange for the Hydra Heart. You gain everything that's inside the bag of colding,
All right.
along with the alchemy and surgery tools.
Very nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, pleasure
Okay,
doing business with such a magnanimous kobold.
I don't know what that means, but okay, thank you.
And he's gonna step back and start looking around in the bag of colding and all the tools and everything.
Okay. Inside the bag of colding are a variety of frozen meats. It looks like a meat locker in there. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw because Mordrax, it all looks tasty.
Do you know who's gonna give you a lot of wood for that meat?
I'm good.
All right, you can resist consuming food now.
I need to turn that effect off.
All right.
Um,
Does anyone else want to get enhanced by the flesh right? No?
Well, it depends. It depends on what he means by enhanced. Like,
yeah,
is it just grafting monster parts onto us?
Well, he smiles. You want to be better, don't you?
That is a very loose word.
I can make your
It can be-
eyes see things in the dark. I can make you look through walls. I can make you taste things that no one has ever tasted. I can give you a tail. I can provide you with all sorts of goodies, all sorts of talents that you couldn't possibly imagine before now. What would you like? It's simple risk.
I gotta think about that.
The other question is, what does it cost?
Well, that depends on what you're looking for.
Do you dabble in wood as well, or do you
Of
go
course.
for other things?
I dabble in wood, of course. Well, what do you have and what would you like?
Well, I mean, I've got plenty of wood, and that's not the problem.
I'm sure you do.
Uh,
Now, the question is, what do you want as an enhancement, sir?
well,
Carve new flesh to your... Oh. And he notices, perhaps I can't.
I was about to say, I'd be really interested to see if you could.
Would you like new skin?
That's not going to help me at all, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, I could flay the flesh from your bones and replace it with new. You could be saved from this transformation, of course. The form you'd take would be, well, new. And this is your opportunity, out of character. This is your opportunity to, instead of going Warforged, to go ahead and go and roll on the reincarnation table.
oh my.
He's already got the art though.
Yeah, no,
That like you always dreamed of.
You can go and get Warforged after the fact, that's fine. But your base form, you would have the opportunity to change from human to something off of the randomized table.
Jim Rowley goes, I think I'm good.
You got no Loroli Jimeroli.
No Noli Jimroli, nope.
Oh, Noli
All right,
Jim
so
Rowley.
Jimroli does not accept this flesh carver and flesh crafter's offer of reforming him and enhancing him.
I'm not against enhancements, but I'm not just gonna turn into an elf or something. That'd just be ridiculous.
Well, certain creatures are more desirable than others. After all, Take your bugbear friend here, the one with the blind eyes. I could replace them with dual oculi of cerulean hue.
Blue eyes?
What would that do for me?
Well, you'd be able to see again.
I could see just fine right now.
Truly amazing what they've done with magic nowadays. So, if there's nothing else, I have a graft that I need to apply to a friend of mine.
Oh, man, shoot.
Out of character, seeing through walls sounds very interesting. But I don't think it's something Tomo would go for.
You know what? This is something more in line. Can you enhance my eyes so I can see magic more clearly?
He smiles. Of course. But there are potential side effects I must warn you of.
No.
In exchange for 10 wood, I can cause your eyes to detect magical things around you. But of course, there's always a risk of various complications. You understand? When we remove eyes from one's head and replace them, there's a chance of infection that could be fatal. Out of character, should you guys choose to do this, we'll go ahead and do the trade, which is going to be 10 wood for the new eyes, but we will also be rolling on your death chart. We'll roll death saving throws to see whether you survive or not. And healing's not going to help. We would go through the death process.
Oh, okay. So it'd be con saves that apply
It
to.
would be death saves, yeah.
Yeah.
If I was Rose, I'd do this in a fucking heartbeat because she has I'm pretty sure she can't fail death saves. But Breezy, on the other hand, only has a +1.
Yeah. He's trying. It's
We
expensive.
haven't used inspiration yet. I mean, I don't know how much inspiration we have. But we did see. Yeah, we did see your rolls before.
I have 1 inspiration, but
Yeah, I have 1 as well.
and and we could always cast bless on ourselves beforehand. That would help too.
True.
But so she's looking at it. So she's actually kind of proud of her eyes because she has very pretty her eyes are.
You will stop being the cutest eyes in Toivoa if you do this. I will guarantee that.
Well, yeah. So yeah, she'll ask him, what will they look like?
And he will produce a small box, and inside you see 2 bright red orbs that have a red iris and a slit black pupil. These once belonged to a friend of mine who didn't survive the power outage.
Okay, so it's basically like a red cat eye.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know how we're on the same wavelength, Eric, but so Breezy's gonna look at. Could you do 1 eye?
He smiles. We could, but the effect would be lessened. The risk of infection is still the same. So will Breezy accept a risk of death in order to be able to detect magic a certain number of times per day?
Well, I wasn't thinking casting detect magic. I think it's just a permanent. She can see.
Not permanent.
magic.
You're not going to be able to see magic all the time. No.
Well then,
That'd be overpowered as all hell.
would it?
Yes. We're not doing that.
Not to mention it'd be a trippy light show at the same time.
Yeah, and there's certain places where you would simply be blinded by the amount of magical power. So, No, we're not going to give you permanent detect magic.
I mean, I didn't think it was that overpowered, but I mean, I
It
guess I'm
is.
missing something. I guess I'm missing something.
Yeah, there's major combo wombos when it comes to game-breaking detecting of traps, detecting of anything. If you can just see magical everything, there's a lot of issues.
Okay, well, well then never mind. She won't do that then, because
Okay.
because she can literally just cast detect magic.
Okay. In that case, he's going to excuse you as one of the other patrons is going to come in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Is there anyone else we haven't talked to here yet? Because
Just the contract guy?
I have a lot of wood still.
I might want to come back here someday though.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
do you guys go next door to the hemomancy location?
Yep, last one.
All right. As you walk in, the broker of wills, Sligra, looks up at you. Ah, brave souls, come closer, come closer. Do you hunger for power, knowledge, perhaps safety from the terrors of this cursed place? I can give you what you desire for a small, manageable price. Your signature here, right here, yes, right here. And he will provide a dagger and a piece of paper.
I dabble in wood.
Oh, well, we can do wood, of course. He withdraws that contract and goes, what can I help you with?
What is that you have?
Oh, contracts and
Oh.
information, deeds, and various documents. What do you need? Spellbooks, scrolls, that sort of thing.
Do you have any books about alchemy?
Yes. Why?
I might be interested in those.
Okay, well, I can sell you a basic primer on alchemy for 2 wood pieces. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
give him the 2 pieces of wood.
Cool. You will gain the recipes for the 4 potions of healing.
Oh, nice.
Dave will, after he mentions spellbooks, kind of lean over and kind of just asking, how many spellbooks do you have?
As you ask that question, you've never seen someone's Cheshire cat grin spread quite so far as his. I have enough of them to supplant your desires. What are you looking for exactly?
I can desire quite a lot.
Oh my god, could I desire? Oh. If you do not mind bringing me just a collection of them, just to examine.
He smiles and stands up, straightens his coat, and walks behind him, and he blocks view of how to unlock this thing, unlocks it, and opens it, and there's a segment of the wall that slides open, and behind there are a series of books, an entire wall of spell books from different locations, different bindings, a veritable treasure trove of magical knowledge, all to be had right here.
Yeah, Breezy's right next to Deus, just looking at this. Well, the first thing she'll do is she can see them. She's gonna, well, I guess they're across the counter from her, so she can't reach them. But
Nope.
are any of them like clearly? Because okay, all spell books are kind of magical, yeah. But like, are they any of those magical spell books from like Tasha's or anything like that? Or
No.
this is all out of character. So
No,
okay.
they would not be.
Okay. Like, okay, so none of those +1 ones or anything like that. Okay.
Negative.
Well, these are just spell books with spells in them that he
Correct.
got from people. Okay.
Yep. There's a couple enduring spell books in there that would be protected against water, etc., but that's it.
Yeah, so yeah, she looks at Deus. And I don't imagine you'll let us look at those.
He looks at you. No, I'm not a fool.
So how do we know what we're buying then?
He smiles. If you have to ask that you can't afford it, especially for someone from Fluiden. He sniffs. Strange. I've not smelled anyone like you in a very long time.
Mighty big words coming from some sort of sewer dweller, but okay.
He smiles. It's not unpleasant, but not someone I trust. You have the taint of someone from far south, and the accent to match.
She just rolls her eyes and she just looks at Dave's. It's like, I got 8 here. She has the little pieces of wood.
So, Dustrom, you can see that there is a spell book that your eyes have locked onto here.
Ooh.
It looks familiar. It has drawn your attention. As it has the very well monogrammed letter A on the spine of it that you would recognize as your monogram.
Yep. Dave will just lean down towards Breezy. If you don't mind helping me, Pink, he'll lean back up, point to the book that his eyes are locked on, and say, I've elected to that one there, if it is not too much trouble.
He smiles. Well, it's no trouble at all. And he will pull it out from there, but holding it closed, he brings it forwards. Across the front of it, there is a large letter A.
How much?
You've never seen this book before. You've never seen it before.
Something is drawing me to it.
How much for the book?
For the book, yeah.
I'm going to roll his insight check here.
Yeah, you made the basic mistake of telling a vendor that you really want something.
No!
So with the 13, he smiles at you. I'll sell it to you for 10 wood or a pint of blood of yours, straight from the vein.
Lumi makes a little bit of a kind of like that's dangerous, Deus.
I'll lean down towards Breezy. Do you mind lending me the 8 wood?
I have some.
She kind of frowns at that. She didn't think it was gonna be that expensive, but she just says, "Oh, okay. If you let me look at it, then yes."
I will let you have a look at it once I have examined it. Yes.
Right, yeah, she hands over the 8 pieces of wood she has.
You will put those 8 pieces down.
Okay.
I still have some arrows left over if you need some.
How much wood was it, Deuce?
It's 10. I just need 2.
Jimmy will give you 2.
He'll reach and take them from Jimmy. I don't want to take arrows if we had the wood, and we were going to be leaving here soon anyways. He'll take the wood from Jimmy. Thank you. He'll place the other 2. And then as he puts the last 2 down, he'll say to them, no one will ever touch my blood. And he'll just push the wood forward.
He smiles and hands you the book. A pleasure doing business with you.
Hey, mister, I got a question.
A lot of monsters have touched your blood, specifically with their claws, but
Hey, mister, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Sir, in some tunnels back there, we was coming across a bunch of kobolds and some other things. And there were these pot thingies that would explode. would you by chance have the recipe or something like that on how to make those?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Cool.
What happened?
That's it. Nope.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Ace will, once he has the positions, he's gonna step back from the group, kind of
Cool.
just
And
let anyone else who wants to do anything be in front of him as he starts examining the book.
Breezy will look at. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
here you go. I'm just sending you a link here. Amadeus.
Well, yeah. Well, she'll talk to Deus about the book later, but she'll look at the wheel broker and she'll ask him, okay, well, this isn't really any sort of. Do you have any magical ink?
Ink, of course.
How much?
Well, I will trade you equal parts ink for blood from the veins.
Hearing this deal, Deus will actually reach forward to Breezy. I still have quite a bit of ink in Lumi's sanctum. It is just within the chest. We do not have access to it right now.
You don't need
But we
to
have
interrupt.
it.
We did our deal.
Breezy just sighs and just says, "Look, now I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna give you my blood."
Well, then we have no business together. Good day.
Why do you want the blood so bad?
He smiled. I don't desire much in this place, but sometimes a man has needs.
What are you gonna do with the blood?
Does not matter to you, Kobold.
Oh, okay, I'm just curious.
Kind of weird. So, all right. So yeah, Breezy just nods and just says, "Well, I do need a lot of ink, but I guess at this point, I was worried because it's your ink, but at this point, we're so deep into this, might as well." Yeah, she'll just start mumbling to herself, and
We have I think it's like 600 gold, or there was 1,000 gold worth of ink before, but some of it was used.
Actually,
You probably need a lot more.
I forgot how much. I forgot the ratio because it's been so long since I transcribed something.
It is yours is yours is.
And
it's a time for you that's cheaper, I think.
The gold cost is still the same, but she
It's
can do
50 gold each for each spell
level.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll burn through that pretty easily because there's a lot of spells she needs to transcribe. Actually,
I mean, Lomi, she comes to you, so but Prissy, perhaps you could figure out a way of making your own.
Well, yeah, I mean that wouldn't be a problem, but down here, that's going out in the world, you find that out easy. It's just down here,
I understand, but Lomi turns to this guy and say, "Do you have a recipe for making magical ink instead?"
I'm not willing to trade that. No.
Oh,
yeah, most people are.
what a shame.
You're asking
Easy,
me to
unless
give
you
away
have-
my business.
Yeah, but it would hardly impact you here.
And to be honest, we're not going to compete here. We're leaving. You'll probably never see us again.
He's not
What if-
willing to do that at all. Not for anyone at all.
Well,
That is
Let me
beyond
look
what he's
game.
willing to do.
that's fine.
Yep.
Hmm.
Let's see. I have. Well,
Was that
Breezy
any-
will pull out the her 10 pounds of lapis lazuli.
Huh?
Lumi,
Will this give
Okay,
me
yeah.
any magic ink?
He smiles. No. I've stated my goods. My deal is set. If that is not acceptable, too bad.
What about other people's blood?
He looks at you. No. Straight from the vein.
Okay. What if it's a living person but not my vein?
He looks at the rest of the party.
Not them either. I'm sure I can find some schmuck.
He's just going to roll his eyes as you attempt to negotiate through this.
Look, it's
No, he's not going to do that. He wants to trade with someone who's here. And no, he's not going to go and ask you to go find some schmuck. He's wanting to get some smooth-skinned people to give him blood for his own purposes. And it's very obvious that he's not willing to bend on this.
Miss Breezy,
what?
if you want, I would give him some of my blood.
No,
Okay. I got more of it.
no, it's not that. It's just you know you can do a lot of things with hemomancy, a lot of bad things.
I don't know what that is.
It's blood magic.
Oh.
It's really dangerous. I mean, we are in Shu after all.
I'm not a crew. I'm not a crew. What are you
No,
talking about?
She got him on the head. Yeah, don't worry about it, Mordrax. It's fine. I'll just have to wait till we get back to the surface. I mean, it's only going to be, a week at most. All right, well, your loss. Whatever your name is, she says, knowing actually what his name is.
Right. Because she can't forget anything.
Yeah, but I can, so hey.
Understood. No, you guys will leave Sligra behind and walk out.
I guess
That
I'm
is-
gonna go spend this money. There's what I have on potions. And there was a potion person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can
that
go
is-
ahead
yeah.
and you guys can go and buy healing potions from her. No problem. How
Eric,
much would you like to spend? You're going to spend how much wood?
I don't foresee any other use for wood here.
Okay.
Um,
I've
So how
three
much
I
do
can
you
make,
have?
dude.
I have 15 wood.
All right.
You
So
have 18. I'll give him the 3 that I've got on top of that.
okay.
20 wood.
20 wood. You can gain 20 potions of greater healing.
Holy shit.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Good lord, we are stacked.
Yeah, that
Um,
should keep
that
us
is-
going for a while.
It should. Eric,
Yes, sir.
very quickly, Lomi, she takes out a piece of parchment. She writes a name on this parchment without looking at it. She does this trying not to let the necklace have any sight of her doing this.
Okay.
So she's doing as if
Sure.
the paper is in her leg and she writes a name on it.
Okay. You tuck the necklace into your blouse, etc.
Yeah, just like she does
Sure.
it like just a little bit, tucks the necklace and she
Understood.
writes a name in it.
You're going to
She
write your
goes to-
name?
Not my name, no.
Okay.
Somebody else's name.
Whose name are you writing on the piece of paper?
Ramas's.
Okay.
And gonna go to the dealer. She heard that there was a dealer that dealt the information of people, right?
Right.
Or knowledge.
Right.
And she's gonna go there and ask that person if they if she's going there, is anybody gonna tell her that you need how you should talk to this guy?
If she says that she's going to that guy, absolutely.
Yeah, she would have said it. She doesn't want to be alone, obviously.
Awesome.
Jimmy,
Um,
Jimmy will go like you want to make sure you repeat yourself, like say things double, like my name
Like
is
a stutter.
Luminostra. My name is Luminostra. You know what I mean? You want to double
Yeah.
down on things of that nature.
So she goes to this guy and say it's like, oh, she's excuse me, excuse me.
Yes.
Without reading this name out loud. Do you have any information about this person? And she holds the piece of paper,
Facing away from
showing
you.
him
Right.
facing away from me.
He looks at the name and his eyes widen. He goes, yes, yes, yes. I know them. I know them, yes. Only by reputation. But yes, I have a piece that I can give. Give. One
How
wood.
much? One wood. She grabs her crossbow, which is made of wood,
Uh-huh.
and she puts it down and she's like, "Is
All
this
right.
all you have? Is this all you have?"
For that name. Yes. For that name, yes.
Then she says, "Deal." And
And he reaches out for the piece
pushes
of paper. Will you let him take the piece of paper?
Would I let her take the piece of paper? She answered, "Why do you need? Why do you need?"
Posterity. Posterity.
She
And he produces a small black wooden box.
Okay. She again, she will give the crossbow the piece of paper. She will fold the
Okay.
piece of paper so that name
Sure.
does not appear anywhere.
He slips it
She
into
takes-
his waistcoat and hands
Yep.
you the black wooden box. Luminostra, this box matches the box upstairs in your sanctum. These two boxes were made by the same person.
Oh, okay. So when you mean the box, which box do you mean? Sorry.
The
sanctum.
chest that has the staff in it.
Ah, yes. Okay, she thanks him. Thank you. Good to business with you.
Of course. Have it. And he
She's
dies.
He dies.
He falls apart into 100 pieces on the floor.
Oh my god.
What'd you do, Looney?
I didn't. She, by the way, Lumi put that box on on her Is it small enough to go in a pouch or
Yeah,
on her back?
it's a good 4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. It's a little cube.
Yeah, she'll put it on her pouch.
Cool.
And she's like, I don't know. I didn't do anything to him. He just died.
I should go now.
With insight, Lumi wants to figure out whether this was by any chance something magical or the fact that he just fell apart.
You do not need to roll. This was something magical, and he just fell apart. So both can be true.
Lumi, I mean, so she's like, this is more dangerous than I. It's just like in a monologue. It's like, this is more dangerous than I thought. And she looking, obviously, the wealth that this guy had in wood, it's now in his workshop. Lumi just bolts out of it, and she gets out of that place. Yeah, she's like just thinking about.
As she has gained the stutterer feature for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, just like. Yeah,
That's actually what I was thinking. I was like, she gained his stutter.
She's actually stressed out because I think she believes that the fact that this creature gave information about this individual is the cause of his death. There we go.
There you go. Forward for the man, though.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And Mordrax, you were there with her, were you?
I was standing in the doorway because I wasn't going to let Lumi go by herself.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
Mordrax would have seen this guy fall apart into various component parts.
Yeah, that's why he hollered, "What'd you do? What'd you do?"
I didn't do anything, and she just flies out of the shop.
I thought we were going to go now.
With a passive insight, guys, you guys need to leave here and leave here now before someone busts you for this.
Yep. We need to go. We need to go now. He said it was that way. And he's going to point to whatever direction that guy pointed when he told Jimmy earlier.
Awesome.
Deus.
Cool. Do you guys want to start heading that direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So you guys will go running off towards the Ironlet Foundry, and we are going to get you guys to that door. That looks like this.
Oh, the as the thing told us.
As you guys approach, the two constructs stand there with their hammers, guarding the door.
Mr. Jimmy, I thought this is your area to talk. I don't do this.
I didn't actually ask how exactly these keys worked. But Jimmy will walk up to the door and he'll be like, "I request entrance."
They look down at you, and they will nod, and then a voice from the left one. I run without legs. I roar without a mouth. I never stop moving unless powered down. What am I?
Powered down? I was gonna say.
An engine?
Indeed.
Yeah.
The other construct. I have a face that never frowns, hands that never wave, and a job that lasts all day. What
Clock.
am I? Yes. They both nod at you. They will step out of the way, and you guys will be presented with 6 alcoves for a crystal puzzle that you guys will be able to work on this week.
Hey.
So I'm going to ask you guys not to move pieces because I'm going to put you guys on your own worksheets here, okay? But I'm going to share what this worksheet looks like for the recording. So this is what the worksheet will look like.
Don't touch anything. No touching.
No touching yet.
No,
Okay.
Don't eat it, Mordrak.
I'll touch everything.
no
Okay.
eat more Drax.
So for the record, what we're talking about here is we have your workspace, which are these 4 areas off to the right. There's enough gemstones that you guys can mess up, delete, etc. If you guys have problems, let me know. I can restock them. Not a big deal. But you guys will be able to move the gemstones onto the right area. And we have 6 codes in order to do this. And each of the 6 codes has a different solution for this.
No God.
So I'm going to ask, who would like to take the Celestial Circle code?
I feel that feels pretty Jimmy. I'll take that for Jimmy.
You're going to take that for Jimmerly? Okay. Jimmerly, you'll find that code in your journal. Who's going to take the Elemental Balance code?
I can take it.
Okay.
Elemental balance.
So we're going to do that for Deus. All right. Let me go ahead and get these guys moved over to where they need to be. 1 second, guys. So we've got Jimmerly going towards Celestial Circle. Deuce is, so Jimmerly, Celestial Circle. And Deuce is on Elemental Balance. I have the Guardian's Riddle. Who wants to take the Guardian's Riddle?
Guess I can take that one.
You're going to take that one? Awesome. So that's going to go over to Tomo. And we put Tomo for the Guardian's Riddle. There's that one. Okay, so Guardian Riddle's done. The Harmony of Stones. Who would like this one?
I can take that.
All right, so this one goes to Luminostra. Awesome. And we're going to put Lumi on the Harmony of Stones. All right, I have the Legacy of Stones. And I have the Puzzle of Alignment. Those are the last 2.
I'll take the legacy.
All right, so you're going to take Legacy. Cool. So that goes to Breezy. Awesome. So Breezy gets that one, and we need to put Breezy on that worksheet. And that leaves Mordrax for the Puzzle of Alignment.
Sounds like it.
All right. So Mordrax Sporeclaw. All right. So
And next Sunday, Mordred comes back with bling in his teeth.
All right.
There's a fresh crafter just down the road.
So you guys each have your own worksheets. You are now set to work on your own worksheets during this week. When you have them solved, let me know and I will pull them up and verify that they're good solutions. If you need help, feel free to ask your party for assistance, but feel free to work on this during the week. Have fun with this. But that's where we're going to end today, as you guys are going to be in front of the Foundry doors. And I'm going to move characters for a second while I'm going to put Jimmerly back on his here. So there you go, Jimmerly. All right, so we will come back and try to unlock the Ironlet Foundry next week on Beneath Fallen Skies. As always, guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM and choosing to level up your gaming experience with GM Eric. I greatly appreciate it. It's because of you guys that I get to do this for a living, and I absolutely appreciate it. Do watch the FYI channel in Discord. Check out the Patreon for announcements, etc., and sneak peeks. If you know someone who wants to play in one of my games, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either doing a one-shot or getting on the waitlist for a campaign slot. Check out the archives and tips over on the YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram channels. And check out the website over at toivoarpg.com, where we're doing a ton of lore for reference. And we have the Segaeos Edition t-shirts, the Punch Aimer in the Face pillow, and the Learn to Play session on the 26th. All of those are purchasable right at gmeric.com, right on the front page.
Yeah.
Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, and we'll be back tomorrow evening as the Spirit Sun Fellowship is working to collect a Wardstone of Bourbon and getting their butts kicked.